But okay. Now that we've done all of 9B, all of it just to, complete completion sakes, we can finally look into this. Look at these conditions. Endings 34, 36, already done. Part of 9B. Endings 72 and 76, already done. Part of 14B, I believe. Or 14A, whatever. And Reach Door Lock 3, we found it. It's up there in the mystery routes in 15B. That means this is unlocked. We can hop on in and see what happens. What are we doing out here?
Oh.
Wanted us to see the satellites. I'm gonna play through the conversation again before it locked itself.
It's so far away from us. Almost impossibly far. It looks so big. So close. Like we could reach out and touch it. But we'll never actually get there. Even after everything.
Regular, you never got there. Even after everything we tried, it's always just out of reach.
Everything we've tried?
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably figured this out already, but I'm a time traveler, just like you. Yeah.
Oh.
This is the one time only thing. I've lived through these 100 days countless times. Every time things play out a little differently, create all kinds of new problems. I've experienced all those variations, all the branching timelines that result from the different choices we make. Oh, is this finally here, Crowd? Yep, we're finally doing it. We've unlocked the story lock. That's why I've been able to tell when the next attack is coming, among other things.
Oh.
And all of this doesn't just apply to me.
Oh.
There's someone else. And that's you, Takumi. Huh? You've also experienced our 100 days here countless times before. What's she talking about? I was so confused. I blurted out the first thing that came into my head. That can't be right. This is only my second time here. No, it's not. You've been through this just as much as me, over and over again in an endless loop. Even now, this is only the most recent in a long series of 100-day cycles. You just can't remember the others. No, it can't be.
Strictly speaking, neither of us are time travelers in the way you think we are. This isn't a matter of us leaping back in time. It's more that we're trapped in a time loop. That goes for me, and you too. You're the same as me, Takumi. You're not a time traveler. You're a time looper.
And here was where it locked. Yep. But it unlocked! Open! All clear! What happens now? Unlock a new story route! Oh, skip right to day 11.
Speaking,
Oh.
neither of us are. This isn't a matter of a...
How does this look like on the map? Whoa. Oh, it's like midnight, literally, so... Skip to the next day. Huh. Okay.
Sleeping back in... That goes for...
Oh, whoop. Yep. The mind flash to his eyes. The ghost, the spikes, the zombies, this, that. Oh, and the kiss! It's all flashing. When I heard those words, my head seemed to fill with a blindingly bright light, and then, yep. Next thing I knew, I was back in my room, lying in my bed. Here goes there with me.
You promised me you wouldn't let the truth destroy you. And yet, you fainted the moment you heard it. What are you? A salmon roe?
What do you mean by that?
You're soft and squishy and fall apart when the heat is on.
She had a point. I held myself up and got to my feet. Oh, the fact that I ended on that scene. Yeah, I agree. Sunlight was streaming into the window. I must have been lying there all night. I remembered, but the other times I've lived through these 100 days. But what happened in those other, I guess you should call them timelines?
Oh.
But not all of them, right? Yeah, it's a little fragmented.
Oh.
How many do you remember? 10? 20? More than that? No, not even that many. Still just a beginner. A beginner? Come with me. Hey, where are we going this time? You wanted to hear the whole truth, didn't you? It's not something I can talk about here. Hugo left the room, still feeling a little clueless. I followed her. Where are we going?
Uh,
We should be safe in here. First, I want to hear from what you know. Which TLs did you remember, and how much do you remember about them?
Ah.
TLs?
Ugh.
That's why this game's called 100 Line. 100 timelines. Why did I only just get that? If I remember right, didn't Hiroko say she's done this like 146 times? Yeah, probably around that much. But she also says her memories are always fragmented. Like, damn. 100 line. The 100 timelines. That's the abbreviation for timeline I've been using in my head. We can use the full version if you want. I'm not really sure how to explain which ones I remembered, though.
Oh.
Any key points or characteristics will do. Okay, but honestly, I don't feel good about this. Too many of the timelines I remember ended in tragedy. So many of our friends died in those alternate realities. They were murdered. Killed in ways so gruesome and cruel that I didn't even want to say them out loud. Hurt just to think about them. Started to think I'd have been better off never remembering it all. Yeah, but they're showing mixed things. That Tsubasa image was from the other end of 9B. It's all mixed. So it's a good thing I completed the entire branch. On the other hand, I warned you. Once you know the truth, there's no going back. But you said you could handle it. You promised not to let it destroy you. I did say that. Now I have to stand by it. In spite of the pain it caused me, I began to speak. Okay, here goes. Slowly, hesitantly, I told Hiroko what I remembered about the other timelines. The Gi parasites. The series of murders caused by them. Exorcism rituals I held with Gaku. Getting into the escape pod with Hiroko and Tsubasa and setting off for the satellites. There's another timeline with a serial killer in it too. Except that time it turned out to be Yugamu. Wait, Yugamu? Yugamu was the killer? But it wasn't him. That one was Takumi. With a sudden jolt of pain in my head, my memories must have been getting mixed up. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I think so. Squeezed Hiroko's hand to reassure her, and carried on. Told her about another timeline where zombies started appearing. We tried using Yugamu's bait at first. Even after that, our friends kept dying and coming back as zombies. Then they got caught by them too, and... Wait a minute, did I become a zombie in that timeline as well? Yeah, you were killed on day 58. I think I remember that. The zombie Ato attacked me from behind. But after that, there's nothing. I guess you wouldn't remember being a zombie, huh? Of course not. By that point, that wasn't me anymore. Aw, that specific CG. Ah, crawl. We'll talk more about that timeline later. Tell me about the others. I nodded. There's not much to tell. It's just one more I can't remember. The mystery route. Then it all started with Gaku being killed. Then Kaka's body was found. She'd been poisoned. After an investigation, figured out it was Shoma who killed Kako. But then he was found dead too, killed by Ava. You know about Ava, right? You don't have to check in with me like that. Assume I know everything besides what happened while I was zombified. Okay, well, Ava activated her self-destruct device and died too. That still wasn't the end of it. The killings continued. Next to go was Tsubasa, then Moko. Hanged in the trees. Then Kurata was found strangled in the secret room in the school's basement. That's all I know. Shima and Ava both mentioned a mastermind called X, but we never figured out who that was. It's probably them who killed Gaku, Tsubasa, Moko, and Kurata, though. How does this work out chronologically, though? Because we never got the end of that because of the story log. Is Takumi just not remembering what happened after that? Is that what's going on? Like, Hiroko pushed her glasses up and directed a piercing glare at me. Is that really everything? Yeah, of course. Staring into space. I do think that all the zombies still have fragment of consciousness like Takumi did. It's just she doesn't remember because she's practically dead at the same time. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It could also be that only Takumi is conscious because of his hemoanima. Like, he is special that way where the game can't just pull out that as an excuse for anything. But also Nozomi seems kind of conscious at that some point too, right? I don't know. Either way, it's not that much of a plot hole, I think. She stared into space for a while, her expression unreadable. She was clearly thinking hard about what I had no idea. Finally, she spoke. I'll take back what I said before. You're not a salmon roe. Your mind is a tempered steel shell that can shrug off any attack. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. I'll understand soon enough. Because he doesn't have as many as she wants? Why do we keep moving around? to throw off anyone who might be trying to eavesdrop on us.
Ah!
Is someone really doing that? Probably not, but it pays to be careful. So going from place to place is safer than staying put and going through the whole story. Hiroko nodded.
Oh.
I suppose it's my turn. Ask me anything, apart from my credit card for information. Okay, well, first of all, I want to know about your memories. When did you start remembering other timelines? Do you remember what happened on day 3? That's when you decided to keep it a secret that you'd come from the future.
Oh.
And you made up the story about reading Ato's diary to explain how you knew what he was up to. My memories returned right after that. Oh. Although I don't remember everything either. Okay. Well, she didn't immediately remember things in the other timeline where we did tell them. Okay, I see. Ha. So far, I only managed to recall 146 timelines. 146? That's way more than 100 lines. That's 146 lines. Yes, I've been through at least 146 loops, and most of them made it to day 100. She's probably already seen the DLC routes. She has a preview of them. You wouldn't believe the DLC routes I saw, Takumi. There was one where you were making out with Yugabu. Oh no, the yaoi route! It was there! Damn, I was spot on for not remembering. Yeah, maybe you just remembered for having already seen this or something. I don't know. Doing the math, that's 14,600 days divided by 365. That makes 40. Hiroko, you are old! I've been living at this school in this loop for at least 40 years. 40 years? 14,600 days? It was hard to even wrap my head around that length of time. In all fairness, I was calculating this. Well, I didn't calculate it, but I did wonder, like, weeks back, like, how this works. How many days does Takumi go through in total for those 100 endings? Because that could go up to literally 100 times 100, 10,000 days. And that is indeed, like, 30 years. It's just crazy. What's making my brain freeze up? I just stood there completely dumbfounded.
Oh.
You're 50, Hiroko? 60, actually. That's only the bare minimum. Counting for loops I haven't remembered yet, the real number is probably even bigger. This is only speculation, but I think something similar is going on with you. Huh? There's a good chance you've lived through these 100 days just as much as I have. Okay, but... Damn, so if he had 40 years to age right now, she'd probably, like, 58. Exactly. Okay, but how does this mesh up with Takumi's time traveling? The very first loop. The very first the prologue timeline. How does that mesh up with this? Does the loop not start until Takumi goes back in time at first? Is that it? Or is that also a part of the massive time looping shenanigans? It should be, or maybe because it was the first one, so that's just kind of what happened. I don't know. The game should explain it sometime. At least 146 loops or 40 years. It's all happened. You've just forgotten about it. Damn, Hugo, you're like 80. Changed locations again. I'm still dazed and confused, so Hiroko picked up the conversation without any prompting. Across these 146 loops, lots of different things have happened, obviously. But apart from a few exceptions, the enemy attacks have always occurred in the same days. That's why I insisted we go to Second Last Defense Academy on day 6. Day 7 would have been too late. That's when Mervrim attacked the school. Likewise, on day 8, there would be attacks on both academies. If that happened, someone would be sure to die. Getting the entire special defense unit together by day 6 was the only way to prevent that. You tell Siri all of this? And this is true. The army died when we went to save Second Last Defense Academy, and I'm assuming if we do the other choice, we're not gonna save anyone from the other school. Did you tell Siri all of this? Yes, including the part about me being a time looper. And are they cool with that? Are they not gonna mess with you? They respect it? It's all starting to add up now. That's how those two suddenly knew when the attacks would happen. Why didn't you tell me about your loop? I told Siri Nigo, but not... You told Siri Nigo, but not me?
Huh?
I did tell you. I've told you, and the others, so many times in so many timelines. But things always played out in the worst possible ways when I did.
Oh.
All of you died, and I was the only one left standing. It's happened like that dozens of times. For some reason, telling people the truth only takes us down dark, chaotic paths. It's like we're cursed, never able to escape our fate or change it for the better. Oh. Is that gonna be... is there a reason for that, maybe? Or... Wait, so is this saying that in the very first timeline, not the actual OG timeline, but in lore, she got Flame Boy's power. That could also be it. I think that's also entirely a possibility. Because the thing with the original prologue, she has pre-existing info then too, even if she dies early. It is entirely possible that by that point she is already a time looper, and that's why I was so confused about like the chronology of it all. I don't want to watch you all die anymore, so stay quiet about it. I thought if I didn't tell anyone, then maybe. But you're telling me about it now. Is that okay? You're the one who kept asking. You just wouldn't let it go. I guess that's true. Hiriko drew in a deep breath and exhaled. She repeated that process a couple of times until she regained her usual composure. It's alright. That's not the only reason I decided to tell you. I have a feeling that this timeline might be different. I got no concrete grounds for thinking that, but... Hiriko reached into her pocket. She brought out the calico cat figure I'd given her yesterday. Squeezed it tenderly. Never mind. Don't worry about it. She put the cat back in her pocket and said no more. Aww. Okay. This explains a lot, but I still don't understand how I got stuck in this time loop in the first place. Before we get into that, let me tell you some more about the loop itself. Okay. It begins on our second day here. Oh! It begins on day 2. Having seen most of our 146 timelines, Takumi has died. Until Takumi finally made it to the end and got the Flame Boy's power too, which then forced him to loop. That could also be it. But no, it's based on him killing Eito. It's that specific outcome that gives Takumi the power. But also, this is interesting. It begins on the second day, which is the day Takumi returns. Which makes sense. More specifically, the night of day 2, right before Eito destroys Sirei. When the loop resets, that's always the point in time that we return to. And when does it reset? It depends. There are 2 possibilities. Either when we die, or at 10 a.m. on day 100. Day 100? 10 a.m.? Yes, right around the time the school launches its final attack. For whatever reason, even if we make it to the end, we still can't escape this place. When it gets to 10 o'clock, we'll be forced back to day 2 to do it all again. But there are some times where it goes beyond that. Like, sometimes it ends at the escape pod. It's done that a lot, which makes sense. Like, they're in the escape pod when the story ends. But some of them, like the Cult of Takumi... No, wait. In the Cult of Takumi route, they head there early. That's why they make it to the satellite. That's why that's the only one that makes it to the satellite, because it never made it to day 100, obviously. Duh, naturally. You said you remember the timeline where we managed to get into the escape pod, yes? But do you remember anything from after that? Nope. Never saw the satellite. I remember taking off for the satellite and watching the final attack through the window. We're never gonna see the artificial satellite unless we head over there early. But there's nothing after that. You see, you don't have any memories of us actually reaching the artificial satellite. Neither do I. Before we can get there, our consciousnesses are pulled back. And we start again from day 2. Hiriko nodded. But is this really all true? Somehow I have a distinct memory of days beyond day 100. I know I said things turn back in the loop on day 100 at 10 a.m. That's no more than an educated guess. Could end up being slightly earlier or later, or in some situations much later. Okay, yeah. So that's possible. Damn. But even so, it doesn't change the fact that we will be brought back to the evening of day 2 at some point. Think about it. If we continue to exist in a timeline after day 100, into old age, how could you possibly retain those memories from after day 100 in the here and now? You're right. If you weren't caught in this loop, I wouldn't be able to remember any of that time. Must have gone back to day 2 even in those longer timelines. And that's why I can vaguely remember them. What? What are they saying here? Yeah, okay. But going beyond day 100 is an extremely rare anomalous event. It's probably safe to say that in general, the loop turns back on itself on day 100 at 10 a.m. When I arrived back in the past, I didn't have any memories from other timelines. Was it the same for you, Hiriko? I told you already, didn't I? My memories started turning on day 3. You forget everything the moment you return to the start of the loop. In some cases, like right now, we suddenly remember them again. I have no idea what causes it, or if there's any kind of rule governing the process. That is weird. Especially since I still remember my first timeline when I go back to day 2.
Huh.
That's probably because of your cryptoglobin.
Ah.
What do you mean?
Ugh.
First timeline we experience, I'll just call it the first cycle to make things easier. During this cycle, you absorbed Ato's power, but not just his. Also the
And I
fire
was
baby!
And now...
Huh.
On the 100th day of the first cycle, you had that ghost boy's power inside you. That made you strong enough to retain your memories when you traveled back in time. Oh, okay, so it wasn't even time travel, it was just the ability to retain memories while going back, while looping. Wait a minute, so time loop and cryptoglobin are related somehow?
Oh.
Yes, Takumi, like everything else in this fucking game. Didn't just go through a timeline where ghosts were cryptoglobin. That only stands to reason. Think about it. What's your specialist skill? Special redo, the power to try things again.
Oh.
See, it all adds up. What about you? Your special discipline skill is totally different from mine.
Ugh.
You know, some people are really good at multiple subjects, like history and math, and it's the same principle. So you got the power to redo things as well? I do. Why haven't I ever seen you do it before? Technically, I've never seen you redo something either. The effects of skills that alter the flow of time are only visible to their user. Neither of us can tell when the other uses the skill, or what changes when they do. Does that mean there are defensive battles we've only won thanks to you redoing stuff? I lived through this loop 146 times. Don't underestimate what I can do. Okay, I think I get what the time loop was somehow caused by our specialist skills. But there's still something I don't understand. At the end of the first cycle, I wanted to change things more than anything. That's why I was able to get back to night of day 2. But why does it keep happening in the other timelines? Why does dying or making it to 10 AM on day 100 pull us back to the same point?
Oh.
I don't know, but I have a theory. It's because that initial jump back in time was the trigger.
Oh.
Think of spinning tops. They'd never stop spinning if it wasn't for friction. Same goes for things like pendulums or springs going downstairs. In a situation where there was no resistance, all it would take is one little push and they'd keep moving forever. Yeah, like in space. Forever? That's right. Does that mean we're gonna be stuck in this loop forever? Damn, we really need to start making out.
Oh.
Must be a way to break out of it. There has to be. What is it? You gotta put up with that idiotic face of yours for over 1,400 days. 14,000 days if I knew. So I don't know how to escape. Not right now at least, but what? This is a first for me. Huh? Timeline we're currently in is different from the others I remember. Made it to day 11 without a single member of our team dying. Oh yeah! And all 146 loops. That's never happened before. This timeline must be special somehow. Yeah, because in everyone else it's you either kill Ato right away. Hirko dies. No, Hirko doesn't die immediately. Or in this case, the day 12 choice is to leave the army or Mako to die. But what about... Wait, what about the first cycle? Well, Hilstiri died before then, I guess. That counts. And Moko got captured actually really early, too. Yeah. Is that necessarily a good thing, though? Neither of us have experienced a timeline like this before. We won't be able to predict what's going to happen. That's true. Aside from when the enemy attacks occur, that is. This could be our chance. Our chance to finally escape the loop. All the other timelines have ended in tragedy, one way or another. But this one could be different. The fact that we don't know what's coming means there's still untapped possibilities. Hiko's eyes are sparkling. I've never seen one this excited. Remember what I told you on the night of the third day? About not killing Ato and keeping your time travel secret from the others? I said they were probably the right choices. Because those choices are what created this timeline. Where you finally have a chance to change things. Exactly. So then my coming from the future and the time loop. If you want to preserve this timeline's integrity, it's best that we don't tell the others. There's a good chance things will develop the way they did in the other timelines if we do. Okay. There's still plenty I didn't understand about this time loop thing, but I had a pretty good grasp on the basics. Felt like Hiroko had told me everything she knew about it anyway. There were other questions I had needed answers to. What was it that Siri had handed Hiroko that day in the war room? What was with that old lab in the ruins? What was parallel leaping? How was Ato still alive when I saw his dead body before? Why did Hiroko try to strangle me that time in the infirmary? Who was in the drone she put into the aromatic? And perhaps strangest of all, Why was she crying when I saw her on the roof at the end of day 9? Just I was about to ask her. That should do it for today. Huh? I need time to process all this information. We can pick up this conversation again tomorrow. No, fine, really. Hiroko wouldn't listen. She turned around and headed back toward the school, refusing to say any more. Oh man, why is she always like this? Not much else to do. I went back to my room. Thinking about all those mysteries would do me a lot of good now. Not to mention, we'll still have plenty of battles to fight from here on. I have to keep building up my bonds with the rest of the team so we'll be ready for those challenges. Maybe I'll take a look around and see how everyone's doing. Oh, free time. Been a while. Oh, wait. Darmi's alive! Darmi. Oh, she's not available for that, but I can't find a gift for her. I can't do that. The rare Darmi living timeline. Okay, cool accessories. Cool accessories. She liked the tattoo. Yeah. Finally, Darmi's alive to accept our gifts.
I don't feel like I deserve.
Oh, never mind. We got the bond up.
Okay, Takumi, let's not beat around the bush. You want me to recommend my favorite killing games to you, right?
Sure, Darmi, go ahead.
Amateurs always expect to be spoon-fed information without putting in the work. I've had to shed blood and tears, trawling through miles of crap to find rare gems worth playing, you know? Killing game genres overrun with stale copycats and rip-offs. So many of them are more like a checklist of tropes than anything original. I can't talk to anyone who hasn't plunged into that cesspool of despair and tasted the indignity themselves. So anyway, my favorite killing game, right? I'm in the midst of making it right now. You'll just have to wait until it's ready. I'm gonna pull all these ideas floating around in my head together into the magnum opus of all magnum opuses! It's got high school kids killing each other while dungeon crawling. An escape room with gambling elements offering great cash rewards.
Crazy.
Am I brilliant or what?
You are, Darmi. Great job. As soon as she's referring to the Nakarapa fan case, it was just copycats. Oh god. It might be. Okay, let's try again. Is she available for normal hanging out? Please. Ah, she is. Gotta spend those times when I can. Wah. What's the matter, Darmi? Did something happen? Unable to find my foundation all day. What am I gonna do? I just lost something. Must be pretty expensive stuff for you to be this upset about it. I know, it's that cheap. I bought it off a bargain bin. Why are you crying so hard? I just wanted to cry, okay? I'm depressed. I want to cry. I can't find my foundation. That's as good as reason as any to cry. That's all. You better get it, Takumi. Tears from a crazy bitch don't mean anything to you. Yay, wish list updated. But now to sleep. Hiroko said she'd be talking more tomorrow. She finally started telling me stuff, so I don't think she's about to go back on that promise now. I had no choice but to trust her. Crawl onto bed and let myself drift off, wondering what revelations tomorrow will bring. Hiroko called on me after breakfast. She told me to meet her in the entrance hall. It looks like she's already here.
Huh?
Are you exploring outside today?
Huh.
Don't you want to hear the rest of my story? Yeah, of course. And don't ask questions. And follow me. Don't forget your fire extinguisher. Okay. So where are we going?
Oh?
Why are you always so dense? I know what you want to ask me, We're going to the one place where I can properly explain things. You mean that a lab?
Oh.
Better than giving you a labotomy. That was a joke. Laugh, Takumi. Do it. Now. Yeah, I didn't think she was being serious, so it's just so weird to hear a joke about it or anything. Now stop wasting time with your nonsense and let's get going. Nonsense? I didn't even say anything. Hiroko's already on the move. Too far away to hear any protest I might voice. Sheesh. Mutter my complaints to the air instead and followed after her. On the way to the lab, I filled Hiroko in on what happened in the timeline with the zombie outbreak. She told me yesterday she didn't have any memories of the second half of that timeline. More accurately, everything that happened after she was zombified. Be a good boy and laugh, Takumi. Yeah. All of that. Just like I thought, the zombies were created by the Gi parasites. All began with the Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 specimens Darumi and Gaku brought back. Alpha 2 was already in its male spawning phase. It laid its eggs in the bodies of our dead friends, including me.
Oh.
And those eggs hatched the male Gi and burrowed into the corpse's brains, temporarily reanimating them. Also explains one of the biggest mysteries around here. Does? Which one?
Oh.
You're better off not knowing. Oh? But I know you only keep questioning me about it, so I'll tell you later. The biggest mysteries? Just... Huh? Which mystery? Why, dead bodies being puppeted around? Hiroko did have a conscious zombie. Wonder what she was thinking about when attacking Takumi. She's probably all like, ooh, I wanna kiss him. Ooh, I wanna kiss him. Ooh. That's what she was thinking. Right at the lab, Hiroko dispelled her class armor. I did the same. Why did you change back into regular clothes? Can't put on a leap suit while wearing class armor. I don't think we'll actually need the suits this time, but it's just force of habits. Why don't they work if you've got class armor on? Leap suits have the ability to repel Himanuma. They're not affected by attacks from class weapons. If you try to put one on in class armor, the two surfaces would refuse to touch each other, like magnets with the same polarities. Doing a parallel leap without one of these suits is a bad idea, right? Shouldn't need to ask me that. You already experienced leap damage firsthand. Leap what? Leap damage is what happens if you parallel leap without a leap suit. You mentioned this leaping stuff a couple times now. What does it mean? I brought you here to explain. Are you familiar with the concept of a parallel universe? Yeah, it told me about them in the first cycle. They're basically alternate realities, right? Are you saying the different timelines you experienced are the same thing? Exactly. If it helps, you can think of parallel universes as the worlds of other timelines. So parallel leaping is... It's like the name implies, it's a process of traveling or leaping to a parallel universe. Leaping kind of implies you're going pretty far. People call trips to the time leaps sometimes, right? Is it anything like that? No, a direction is completely different. A time leap means going forward or back in time. A parallel leap is more like horizontal movement. Or like changing trains to ride a different line. We can't use parallel leaps to go back into the past or forward to the future. Instead, we move to the same place at the same point in time, but on a different timeline. Yeah, exactly. Take a look at this diagram. Let's see, we leave from timeline A at 1:01 a.m. with our timeline B at the same time 1:01 a.m. Essentially, our coordinates in time don't change, only the world that we inhabit. There's another difference too. A time leap would be like your journey back after the first cycle. Only your consciousness was affected. Huh. It's not like you got into a time machine and physically went back in time. But that's not the case with parallel leaps. We leap, our bodies are traveling to those alternate realities. I think that makes me that possibly is this. The PLM. Probably guessed from the PL part, but it stands for Parallel Leap Machine. Wait a minute. You mean that night, just after midnight on day 5? We leapt to another timeline? Finally, Takumi. God. Well, just figured that out. You really are slow sometimes. Where did we go, though? Which timeline was it? Answer to my question, Hiroko took out a handheld device and showed me the screen. Oh no! It's the timeline! What's this? I remember the different timelines based on the machine's data. The timeline we went to that night was... Hunt Mystery. Hunt what? It's a timeline that splits in 2 on day 25. Oh yeah, it's It's before we go to the. It's before we start the killing game, and it's before the mystery starts. It's before we make the decision. The timeline is split in two on day 25. One of them you don't remember yet. You were forced to participate in a killing game called the Invader Hunt. Called that branch the Hunt timeline. The other branch you should remember. It's the one where Gaku was killed on day 5, and Kago's body was found on day 27. But Gaku was still killed on the Invader Hunt 2 timeline, yeah. You investigated the matter and figured out that it was Shoma who killed Kaku. Then Shoma himself was killed. This time he pinned Ava as the culprit. Then she self-destructed, and things only got worse from there. Yeah. You would be set by a whole host of mysteries, but still did your best to solve them. That's why I call this branch the Mystery Timeline. The Hunt and Mystery Timelines, huh?
Oh.
That's right. This is the line that both of them split off from. So I combined the names together, making this the Hunt Mystery Timeline. And that's the one we went to? Yes, on day 5, just after midnight. Why did you want to go there anyway? I had two objectives. One was to prevent Gaku's death. The other was to do something about Omega. Wait, what? Omega? Who's that? Just for a moment, Hiroko hesitated. What's Omega again? It's been brought up before. Is it like the plant or whatever that we had to give to Fireboy? Omega is the one who killed Gaku. Oh. Oh, do we have a timeline serial killer? Is that... Oh. Is that how we're explaining things? You mean X? Isn't that what the mastermind behind the murders in that timeline was called? No. X and Omega are different people. Omega had his brain infected with Gi data. His. Man, then. There's no physical parasite there, but it was just the same as if he'd been taken over by one. That's what drove him to murder Gaku. Even if I hadn't dealt with him, he would have tried to kill again. That's why I went to that timeline, to remove the Gi data from Q's, Omega's brain. Those were my goals that night. Honestly, I still didn't get it. I waited for her to carry on. On day 4, you saw me and Siri talking, yes? The thing came in that day was a cerebral glitch repair program. Or rather, a thumb drive with a program loaded onto it. Couldn't have erased the Gi data without that. Oh. Wait, are you talking about the alternate timeline Takumi? Why does Siri even have something like that? That's a matter for another day. The important thing is that he handed it over. Once I had that program, I jumped to the Hunt Mystery Timeline at midnight on day 5, just like you saw. Hiroko went down to tell me what happened after that. During the Hunt time, I lost track of her. First of all, she went back to school and rang Omega's doorbell. She hid on the dorm roof and waited for the murderer to come out. She then dropped down and knocked him out with a strike to the back of the neck. With Omega unconscious, all that was left was to take him to the infirmary and run the repair program on him. Then the Gi data in his brain took over. He got up, grabbed Hiroko's arm, and threw her against the wall. Huh. I was still down in the morgue at the time, freaking out over seeing Eito's body. Of course, now I realized that was the Eito from that timeline, not the one I knew. In that timeline, I must have decided to kill him on the night of day 2 and absorb his cryptoglobin. So it was only natural that his corpse would be there. Anyway, that was when I heard the noise. Turns out, it was the sound of Hiroko crashing into the wall upstairs. When I went into the corridor, I heard another noise. It must have been the infirmary door opening. That was when Omega got away from me. He must have realized there was someone else around and ran. Of course, I didn't actually see any of this. That blow against the wall knocked me out. The next time you came to was when I was holding you. That's right. Then I kicked you in the stomach and tried to break that little matchstick you call a neck. Couldn't you touch down a little more? Sorry about that? I already apologized. Yeah, but you never told me why I did it. What do you mean? Haven't you figured it out yet? Omega is Takumi. Had a bad feeling about this. A chill ran down my spine and I broke it into goosebumps. After I blacked out and I got a proper look at you, I noticed something. There was a purple rash on your face. That's one of the symptoms of leap damage. That's when I realized I'd made the mistake. So I released you and went to look for Omega instead. I knew where he'd be, the classroom on the first floor. The way things played out before, he was bound to show up there eventually. Got there fast as I could, but...
I was too late.
You already killed Gaku.
When I opened the door, I saw Gaku's body, covered in blood.
And the killer was Takumi.
And standing above him was Omega, still waving around a kitchen knife.
Please, don't tell me.
I'm sorry, but it's true. Omega's true identity. The person with the Gi data in their brain. The one who killed Gaku.
Or maybe Nozomi? Nope, yep, it's
It
Takumi.
was you, Takumi Sumino.
It's a lie.
But you already knew about this. You remember the timeline where Hiriko explained this to you.
I won't believe it. I did it. I killed Gaku? No, it can't be. That can't be true.
Yep, also the slasher route. Oh, is he only now remembering that part? Or what? He's getting another flashback, yeah? Day 13. Oh boy.
This is the second time you've done this. I'm starting to get tired of it.
Did I pass out back at the lab?
Yes. And I carried you all the way back. I'd say that makes us even for the whole accidental strangling incident.
It's fine. I can see why you did it now. You thought I was the me from that Hunt mystery timeline.
It's interesting because the way she showed the timeline, it's specifically parallel. It's not... No. No, yeah. No, it's not. Yes, he jumped from here to here. Yeah, there's one between. It's not exactly parallel, no. It's just anywhere on the line. Okay. Fascinating. Fascinating. Sat up and got out of bed. Remembered, but the other timelines I've experienced. Oh, did you only remember about that experience now? You said that already. Back on day 2. Yeah, but I remember more of them now. What do you remember exactly? Basically, something has to be said or happened for him. Hiriko to remember. Hiriko told him what happened, which caused him to remember. Yeah, I think that might be like a trigger or something. Well, as did it. These weren't memories I particularly wanted to dredge up again. It wasn't the Hunt mystery this time, was it? You remember the serial killer timeline, didn't you? The serial killer timeline. Didn't take a genius to figure out which one she meant. Except the killer wasn't Yugamu, it was me. In that timeline, I killed Ava. Then Moko, Takamaru, and Kurata, and Shioma, and Tarumi, and the Iman Kako. All of them. Everyone. All my friends. And in the end, even Nozomi started shivering uncontrollably, felt off balance, like I might collapse any minute. Oh, you're right. I wasn't alright, not even a little, but I put my hand on my chest and forced myself to take some deep breaths. You're probably depressing those memories until now, as a self-defense mechanism. Sealed them away in a corner of your mind without even being aware of it. That's why I likened your mind to a steel shell before. But I guess you really are as fragile as a salmon roe after all. I wasn't paying attention to what Hiroko was saying. The only thing I could hear clearly was my own racing heartbeat. This might sound like an empty platitude, but I assure you, I say to someone with 40 years of experience, don't beat yourself up over this. It's not your fault. You aren't the same person who did those horrible things. The one who killed Gaku on day 5 was the Hunt mystery, Takumi. Likewise, Takumi in the serial killer timeline was someone completely different from who you are now. Even with those other versions of you, it was really the key data in their brains that made them act that way. They weren't in control of themselves. They don't have to bear the responsibility for their crimes. My breathing finally started to slow down after the cold sweat that had formed on my forehead. What is this geek data anyway? How did it get into my brain? From time looping, right? I didn't know either, till last night when he told me about the zombie outbreak. In that zombie timeline, you were infected on day 100. The Alpha 1 Geek Queen laid an egg inside you. That egg then hatched into another queen, which burrowed its way into your brain and fused with you on a cellular level. Okay, but right after that, the final attack began and... time looped. Your consciousness didn't just disappear at the end of that timeline. It was brought back to the start of the loop, on day 2, along with all your memories. Along with the key. Our memories persist across timelines, so they must exist in our brains as some kind of cognitive data. And in this case, the data included the presence of the Gi. The parasite itself didn't travel back in time with you, but had merged with you so completely that it was already part of your consciousness when you came back. But isn't that going to be a problem? Doesn't that mean my brain still has that data in it, even now? Don't worry about it. It won't take over you again. The version of you that's here now has already been treated. Ah.
Oh.
It's a timeline from after you successfully had the geek data removed. There are timelines like that? Trust me, a lot can happen over the course of 146 loops. But wait, then how does that work though? The parallel leaping, if it's all chronological, then why are we parallel leaping? How does that work? No. No, it's... God, it's so messy. The time... This game is so bold in its timeline wonkiness. I love it. What did I tell you yesterday about Omega? The You and the Hunt mystery timeline has been treated now too. Huh? Remember I said I walked in on Omega killing Gaku in the first classroom? Before he could escape again, I ran up to him and injected him with an anesthetic I got from the infirmary. A few seconds later, he was called cold. I hoisted him onto my back and carried him upstairs. Back in the infirmary, I put him onto one of the recovery drones and got to work. Yep. I still had the repair program Siri gave me. I installed it into Survivomatic and used it to erase the geek data from Omega. You saw me doing that, didn't you? Alright, I did. Yes, you asked me who was in the machine before. Well, it was you. Not a mystery version of you.
Oh.
At any rate, the treatment was a success. The geek data was completely removed from Omega's brain. The Takumis in both the Hunt and the mystery timelines that branch off from there will be fine too. Won't have to worry about them hurting or killing anyone now. So it's not Takumi in the mystery roots. Got to have that confirmed. That's good, but what did he do with that me after you finished treating him? Took him back to his room and put him to bed. Not unlike what I did with you last night.
Oh.
Then I went back to the infirmary and slapped you around until you came to. I'm assuming you remember that. Yeah, I also remember you saying I couldn't save him. Now you've told me all this, I can see you meant Gaku. That's why Takumi wasn't killing people in the killing game route, because that Takumi was cured. Yep, exactly. And also, I have to assume that Gi Takumi was only ever active in Chapter 14 then. He popped up at the beginning of Chapter 15 again, but at that point, it was... At that point, Hiroko cured him, and Chapter 15 was saved. Her expression clouded over. She gave a little nod. Her brows knitted together in sorrow and frustration. Hey, come on, don't be like that. This is all my fault, anyway. I was the one who killed that version of Gaku. Everyone else in the serial killer timeline, too. How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? That wasn't your fault. It was nice of Hiroko to say that, but it didn't do any good. I still felt like I was caught in a dark, sludgy whirlpool that was dragging me down, threatening to swallow me whole. What am I going to do with you? Remember your promise. Don't let the truth destroy you. I had a feeling you'd react like this. That's why I was keeping it from you. I just knew you'd end up feeling like you were responsible for the whole thing. I wanted these thoughts to go away. I wanted it all to stop. It took everything I had to croak out my next words. I'm sorry, but I'd like to be alone for a while. Hiroko sighed again, shaking her head in bewilderment, but she left all the same. Cold silence fell over the room. Could have sworn I heard a heavy rumbling gurgling out from somewhere deep beneath the ground. Sounded like the agonized groans of everyone who died because of me. I dropped to the floor, covered my ears, and closed my eyes. Why do we have to complete the Gaku exorcism ending, though, to get here? That's what I'm wondering. It didn't even come back in any way. It just... Yeah, it's there. The house was completely empty. Didn't want to do anything, or think about anything, or even breathe, really. I just sat there in the corner of my room. I hugged my knees and curled up tight, wishing I could disappear while time continued to flow around me. I could hear voices outside, my friends chatting and laughing. Sound cut into me like a knife, like another timeline I'd been the one to steal had left from them forever. At some point, my room started to get dark. The sun must be going down outside. Darkness seemed to trickle in until it filled the space completely. Lying there in the same position for so long, I lost all sensation, all awareness of my body. Didn't even feel like my body anymore. It was like my soul had come loose and I was staring down on my physical form from above. My visitor came in a little after that. How long are you going to stay like this?
Oh.
Everyone's worried about you. They think you're sick. I told them you were anyway. Couldn't exactly tell them you were feeling guilty about things another version of you did in another reality. What do you want, Hiroko?
Oh.
I'm not here because I want to be. The others just sent me to ask you something. Ask me what? Tomorrow's day 15. That means there's another attack coming. They wanted to know if you'll be joining the battle.
Oh.
Or are you going to abandon them?
Ugh.
Are you going to betray them?
Oh.
Do you just not care if they all get killed? They've already been killed. I killed them myself. All of them, one after another. All of them dead because of me. So I just can't do this anymore. I don't care. I just let whatever happens happen. I really can't do anything. Hiroko continued to stare at me. There was a different look on her eyes now. There was no pity there, only contempt. When she spoke, her voice sounded hoarse, like she was holding back some strong emotion. I'm disappointed in you. Did what you told me on day 10 mean nothing? You told me we could make the future we deserve, together. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? Hearing that is what convinced me to tell you everything. I felt like this timeline could be different. It was the first time in 146 loops anyone's ever said anything like that to me. I really thought there was something special about this timeline. About you. Thought you might be the one to finally break us out of this never-ending hell.
Oh.
And now you're giving up? Just like that. How could you? She clenched her fists. Look in her eyes had changed again. Now she was glaring at me with a pure, undisguised animosity.
Huh?
You weakling. You sniveling coward. You think you get to give up and mope around for the rest of your life? Who do you think you are? Osamu Dazai? No, you're worse than that. You're like a mech pilot going crazy for being synced with its navigation system. Or a poseur emo band fangirl, bandaging her wrists just to fit in. The you that killed everyone was a completely different person in a different timeline. And he wasn't even in control when he did it. Get a hold of yourself already. Don't you realize how much danger you're putting everyone in by wallowing like this? If anything is going to get them killed, it's your own negativity and self-loathing. You're sure as hell not going to protect anyone that way you are now. If you're going to allow others to protect you while doing nothing in return, might as well be signing their death warrants yourself. You're going to get everyone killed, and you're doing it of your own free will this time. That's a complete betrayal of everything you believe in. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? What happened to creating a future where we could all be happy? I've tried everything I can think of, and nothing's worked. I can't do this alone. I need your help. You, Takumi Sumino. You're the only one who can save us. The third act breakup on day 14. Damn. For a moment, neither of us said anything. Hiriko's shoulders were shaking and she was breathing heavily. Her quick, shallow panting was the only thing breaking the silence. But eventually, even that sound became quieter. I guess that's it. I can't count on you for anything. Not in this loop. Or the next. Or the one after that. Never again. Hiroko turned and left the room. While she was talking, something had started to well up inside me. Now a wild, raging energy was surging through me. Couldn't let it end like this. Didn't know what I was going to do, but this feeling inside me was getting stronger and it had to go somewhere. Before I knew what I was doing, I got to my feet and rushed out the door. Hiroko, wait! She turned around. She looked so sad, so tired. But I looked her down in the eye and let everything I was feeling come pouring out. This is it. This is how the third act breakup is resolved, by dramatic declaration of love. I didn't mean what I said back then. And I still feel the same. I want to create a future where we can all be happy. Not just for day 100, but day 101, 102, and all the days after. Right now, I want that more than ever. These memories, this knowledge of the other timelines, they show me just how important that is. So I'll fight. Not just against the invaders, or my own weakness, but an enemy even greater than that too. I'll fight the cruel destiny that's been pushed onto us. A light breeze blew across the roof, ruffling Hiroko's hair. She tucked a stray lock behind her ear and spoke, looking just a little bit more hopeful than before. What are our chances of pulling that off? Isn't it obvious? I have absolutely no idea. You could say that it's 1 in 100. Ha ha ha. What? The future's an open book. That's how it's always been. And I want to create a totally new future. There's no telling what might happen. But even so, I'll still fight. I'll fight with everything I have. I'll fight to protect you and the others, and to create a future where no one has to die. You and I are getting out of this loop.
Let's reach out and grab our future. I won't let it stay out of reach anymore.
Raised my arm and extended it toward the satellite. Hiroko did the same. Oh, still hundreds of thousands of miles away, solemnly shimmering in the night sky, but
Just
somehow...
reach out and grab it, huh?
Yeah,
Both of us? Together?
that's
yeah.
right.
You really think we can do it?
I don't know. But I'll do anything to make it happen.
Anything?
Yeah.
You did say anything.
Including a kiss-a-kiss?
Yeah, I did.
Higgle let her hand drop to her side.
Oh.
Alright, in that case, starting tomorrow, you're going to be my servant. What? I said you'd do anything. Naturally, that includes being my slave, doesn't it? Hold on, that's not exactly what I meant. I'll be counting on you to get me out of this loop. Yeah, of course, but the servant thing is... Silence, I'm tired and I'm going to bed. And to rest up for the battle tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, good night. Just gave me a look before going back to her room. To watch the girl, I noticed a newfound spring in her step. I, on the other hand, suddenly felt uneasy. I doubted I'd sleep well tonight. Thank God the breakup didn't happen. And we're her servant, even better. This is really how all third act breakups should resolve. Day 15. Early the next morning, I woke Hirko up and convinced her to join me in the courtyard. What are you doing here at this hour? The enemy is going to attack you in the morning announcement. Before that, I need to ask you something.
Oh.
What is it?
Huh?
It's about Veshness, the Supreme Commander. In the last two battles, she basically told me everything and to ignore her. He had us focus on the regular commanders instead. You want to know why? It's simple enough. It's because she isn't as much of a threat in this timeline. Why not? In most, though not all, other timelines, she starts absorbing cryptoglobin like we do. Decision she comes to while listening in on her communications in her hoodie guys on day 7. She also finds out about you coming from the future from intercepting a conversation between you and Sirei. That's when she puts it all together. The reason both sides suddenly got stronger is because of you absorbing as much cryptoglobin during the first cycle. Knowing that, she decides to do the same, breaking her religion's greatest taboo. Oh. Clever girl. But none of that happened in this timeline. Because you didn't mention time travel in the battle on day 7.
Oh.
Not that you would. Haran decided to keep it a secret from everyone.
Oh.
Now Veshness doesn't know you come from the future, or just how much power can be gained by taking it from others. Do you understand what that means? Yeah, still following the teachings and not absorbing the globin. Not in this timeline anyway. It did make sense. Don't see why she didn't train Pakron after we defeated her. That doesn't mean she's not a threat at all, right? Of course not. Ideally, I'd like to put an end to her in today's battle. How can to do that? We have the new weapon Sirenigo created. It's what we usually use on day 15. Alright, but it's also usually unfinished. Yeah. Kyoshika sacrifices herself.
Oh.
What do you think I've been doing while you've been moping these last 2 days? I've been out gathering materials. I know the ruins so well by now, it barely took me any time at all. The bomb is 100% complete.
Oh.
That includes the detonator. Nobody will have to die setting it off. That was good news, but I felt pretty guilty about it. I could have been out there working so hard, and I hadn't done a single thing to help. Sorry. Don't worry about it. You can lick my boots clean to apologize.
Oh.
This bomb is also a lot more powerful than the past versions. I gave Sirenigo some pointers to improve it. So going to hit Veshness with that today. That's right. We're going to make vicious shots out of her. I have no idea what that is. Me neither, but roll with it. Here goes eyes glinted viciously behind her glasses. Then we heard the morning announcement over the PA system. And the attack?
Intrude.
Right on schedule. Okay, here goes. It's a soup. Oh, cool. Thank you. We're gonna make soup out of them, Takumi. Yeah, soup. Invader soup. We're gonna drink so much Invader soup. You're late. How you guys been? I bet they were off making babies somewhere. What? Such indecency. You two think of nothing else.
Hey!
You weren't doing anything like that. Did Sirenigo tell us the invaders would attack early in the day? My brother and I were waiting here for almost an hour before the alarm went off. Hey, they're here now. That's what counts. Zero read on the enemy. Siri nodded and pointed to the monitor with a stick.
That's
Valagartso.
And Zanshin, right?
Apparently others already knew about the commanders we'd be facing. Hiroko had probably told Siri and Inigo to take a brief to the rest of the team. This is very convenient that we're doing this.
You said these two can combine their bodies together?
We weren't doing anything like that yet. Yes, exactly.
Just like Takumi and Hiroko.
so it was a battle simulation to better understand our enemies' moves.
Neither of us replied. It'd take way too long to start clearing up that misunderstanding now.
Yeah!
Come on, let's get out there, start killing. How's dramatic looking though?
Aha!
Don't you worry about a thing. It's all fixed up and ready to go. If you die, you'll be brought back as good as new, including all your memories, of course. So go ahead and die all you want. Let's try to leave someone alive to defend the school. Yeah, let's do this. Special defense unit, move out.
Wow! That wasn't hard at all.
That's probably because the commanders haven't arrived yet.
I think they're here.
I mean, Hiroko did
Look
ask Takumi
over
for one
there.
reappearance, so yep, true. Yep, that's canon, as far as I'm concerned. For all we know, that bot event could have happened in here, in the free time one we just had on day 11.
Yeah, we know your names already.
We've got a neat little intelligence network of our own, you know?
Sure we do. Everyone seemed pretty confident, but I suddenly remembered how this went the first time around. Saddled up to Hiroko and tried to talk to her without attracting attention.
Hey, Yugamu hasn't made his special drug in this timeline, has he?
The one he used to defeat Genshin in the first cycle? No, he hasn't. He hasn't extracted any commander DNA to make it with.
Gah, why didn't you say anything? We could have used Mervrams before we killed him.
Me? Why didn't you say anything? I don't remember anything about the first cycle battle with Genshin.
That's right, of course. Hiroko's already dead at that point. Killed by Eito. Hadn't thought of taking DNA from Mervram, but that was on me. I never expected we'd have to face Sanshin again as early as day 15.
Oh, right. Almost forgot about the whole combining thing.
Being able to merge together like that?
Oh, that does sound different.
I'm so freaking jealous!
That's normal.
Of what? It's better if you don't ask, Nozomi.
Don't worry, guys. We can still win this, even without the drug.
Yeah, even without drugs.
Drug? Never mind. Just fight!
We're doing drugs? I understand why you wouldn't invite me to doing drugs with you, Takumi. Knowing how much of a shitbag I am. You're free to smoke me instead. You'd be wasting too much paper and shit if you actually use normal cigarettes or whatever. I hope the bond ranks are canon. I hope so too. They're kind of stuck in the limbo zone where they kind of can't be, but oh well.
I'm sorry, my darling. I couldn't protect you, and here I made a vow to keep our family safe. I'm a liar and a fool.
Don't say that, my love. You're a hero. You fought valiantly for me, for everyone.
My only regret is that our little warrior will be left to fend for himself.
He'll be fine. Even if we're not there for him, he's strong. He is your son, after all.
Ugh, can you not talk about your kid right now? It's making it really hard for me to work in dirty jokes.
At any rate, this means victory's ours.
I would also like to make more dirty jokes.
Yeah, but don't forget what Siri told us. There's gonna be another one.
So barely out of Mocha's mouth when that other one showed herself. And she was being Commander Veshness.
How disappointing. Valagarzo, Zanshin. I thought you were stronger than this. Or did you lose on purpose? So I could take your prey for myself.
Spoke as change started to come over Reston's body.
So that's her battle form, huh?
Are we gonna take her out early this time? Is that what we're doing?
We learned a little about it from the intel we got, but...
It's still pretty gross looking, isn't it?
Okie dokie! Time to get killing! I guess we're doing this?
Wait. There's no need for us to fight her directly. Sire, Nigo, is everything ready?
You bet! We can fire at any time!
Get back inside the school! Post haste!
It's time to use the new weapon, huh?
Wait, new weapon?
You never told us nothing about that.
Everybody looked confused. Obviously, Siri, Nigo, and Hiroko hadn't felt it necessary to tell him about the
There's
bomb.
no time. We'll explain later.
I'm still why the others made that comment comparing Hiroko and Takumi and to these two commanders. Are they aware? I don't think so.
Trust me,
I don't
guys. Just get out of
I
here.
don't even notice a comparison. Oh yeah, to the fusing comments. I don't know. But like Siri and Nico apparently also gave the info that they'd be fusing, so I don't know. The others responded to my order and ran back toward the school. Hiroko and I brought up the rear. Once we were all inside, I turned back and saw Vestas walking slowly across the battlefield toward us. It was now or never.
Fire when ready. Gotcha. Here we go.
Undying flame bomb! Fire!
And she actually dies in this one. What did that comment even mean? This ain't Dragon Ball. I don't know. Hell, that's that. Nice work, troops. You did great out there. The credit for the final blows to go out to us and Miss Shizahara, of course. That's right. You could have not done away if you hadn't got those materials for us, Shizahara. We are truly grateful. Please, there, Hiroko. You could have told us we had something like that up our sleeve. Yes, no time to butter your lips. The expression is button your lip. If we know, it could have helped you get the materials you needed. But you keep it a secret all this time. Let's just say I had my reasons. Sebastian's actually bit the big one. She's really gone now. It's got to be. An explosion that strong would have blown her to smithereens. So she disappeared without a trace when the dust cleared, but...
Since there's no body, there's a chance she might have survived somehow.
Kind of think of it, that did happen in some other timelines. Even after getting caught in the undying flame bombs at blast, Mercedes came back to fight another day, glanced over at Hiroko. Resting a finger on her glass with a distant look in her eyes, like her thoughts were somewhere else.
Nice thinking about what ifs now. I say we enjoy this victory high while it lasts. I'm done for that. Gotta take our wins where we can.
No!
That's not our usual. I think so. 1, 2.
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world!
Yay!
Undefeated!
Ah, yeah, we reunited this one.
Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
So we'll be having a party this time. I just ate Toes in that strange room with all the pots in this suit. Ah, yeah, true, he tried to escape. That's right. We don't have the budget for that. It's a military academy, not some hedonistic tech startup. Alas, if only we worked at Facebook. And so, post-battle meeting ended without any further discussion. Tired but satisfied that we'd done a good job, we went back to our rooms to rest. That night, a little while after dinner, I made my way to Hiroko's room. What? My shoes are already clean. I did like your boots, Hiroko. What do you want then? My sofa and desk chair aren't broken. Didn't come so you could sit on me either. I wanted to ask you something.
Huh?
You said you'd be counting on me to get us out of this loop. Let's get into the details. What exactly am I gonna have to do? Good question. First of all, we'll need to figure out an actual method of leaving the loop. Can you consider that our objective for now? If you want, but it's not going to be easy. Can't just try anything that comes to mind and hope it will work. Believe me, I'm speaking from experience. What should we do then? Don't get ahead of yourself. There's something else we have to deal with first. Something else?
Oh.
Tomorrow night we're leaping to this timeline. Here, go check out her device and showed me the timeline diagram again. This one? I call it the killer zombie branch. Oh, the zombie route. It's upstream from the serial killer and zombie branches. Hence killer zombie. Okay. Oh, day 16. Oh! This is when Takumi got attacked. Day 16. Yes, the time when we became a serial killer. Tomorrow we're going there. And we're changing history. Oh. Let's see. Of course, day 16. Makes sense we do that.
Out of troops, time to rise and shine.
Drop my controller. After breakfast, I headed back to my room to think about my next move. Here goes how we go change history tonight. That still gives me most of the day to do other stuff. Maybe I'll head back to my room then, go hang out with someone for a while. Well, Takumi, aren't you being a little disobedient toward your mister? She needs her boots cleaned and a chair. True. Takumi's being not listening to her right now. Faro and Kyoshika. Yeah, so time to make a present. Darmy. Her accessory. Let's continue with the cool accessory. Didn't like the tattoo, so I guess the earring.
How do you know me so?
Ah, there you go. Ah, bond up. Guess it doesn't take much for these early bond events.
Do you study a lot, Takumi? I don't. It totally bores me. It's not like my parents have any expectations for me either. Oh, I'm not saying it's pointless to study or anything, okay? I just don't want to end up too smart. Smart people have more things to worry about after all. Also, I don't dig the competitive spirit it promotes. Why do other people seem to like it so much? Trying to one-up one another when we're not even playing a killing game is just stupid. You can count me out. I'm feeling stupid for even talking about it. Regular society and everyday life are pure trash.
Thanks, Darmy. Let's see if we can also get her a horror accessory. Horror. Up, bomb color. Oh, she would. She would. She would. That does it. Oh wait, I should have checked to see if she was able to talk first. Oh, never mind. Day turn tonight. Taking care not to be spotted, Hiroko and I snuck out of the school. Made our way along the road that led us to the old lab. All along the way, Hiroko began speaking.
Oh?
I discovered the parallel leap machine on my 37th loop.
Uh-huh.
I decided to investigate every corner of this old town and happened upon it by chance. Over the next few loops, I go back on my memories returned and try to learn more about it. The 49th loop, I more or less knew what it could do and how to operate it. So I still don't know who made it or why it's here. Why are you so determined to figure it out, though?
Oh?
Probably won't believe me, but don't laugh, alright? Okay. I heard a voice while I was sleeping that said, "That machine will be your salvation." Seriously? You said you wouldn't laugh. Sorry, you must have just been hearing things, right? She ignored me and carried on walking. Followed after at a safe distance, feeling like I just poked a hornet's nest. Still can't help wondering what that machine is doing here in the first place.
Oh?
Someone here must have been researching parallel universes. Somebody? Who? Researchers, probably. What researchers? How am I supposed to know? Let's just be grateful to have access to such a useful resource. Come on. Like the last time, Hiroko and I dispelled our class armor once we got inside the lab. Can't wear leaf suits and class armor at the same time, right? Went over this before. The leap suits repel our Himanima. I know, but why do they have that function?
Oh?
Leaping is achieved using cryptoglobin, or rather using its energy waves. The infinite parallel universes out there exist in a space filled with cryptoglobin energy. It surges in constant waves and unpredictable patterns. To leap, we have to harness those waves. And you know this how, Hiroko? It's almost like surfing. We ride the waves in that space to get to our destination. Doing that without protection puts a lot of strain on the body. Yeah, I know. I've experienced it myself.
You got off easy. Serious leap damage can affect the brain and rob you of your memories and your ability to reason.
Hey, I'm tougher than I look.
Please take this seriously. If you parallel leap 2, maybe 3 more times with exposed skin, your body will eject all of its cryptoglobin. That means no more revivals. You'll die, and you'll stay dead.
My point is, to avoid leap damage, you have to avoid touching that cryptoglobin energy directly. That's why the leap suits cover our whole bodies and push it away from us. That's right. Thanks for clearing that up. I have another question, though. You said we're going to change history tonight. What exactly is that going to involve? Same thing as when I went to the Hunt Mystery Timeline on day 5. Erasing the key data from that Takumi's brain. Got everything we need right here on this thumb drive. Oh, in the no, I'm thinking about a different part. When they injected Takumi in the killing game route, that's different. That's a different day. In a different timeline too. Because on that day, Takumi gets attacked by the person in the black mask, and also Hiroko. And what? I guess we get rid of it in the zombie route? That's the thing Siri gave you, right? The cerebral glitch repair program? Oh, we get rid of it for the comedy route. Yeah, so the only difference is this time we'll be treating the killer zombie version of you. Let's call him Takumi 2 to make things easier. The killer zombie version of you. Oh yeah, the timeline, not the actual zombie version. Wow. Bleh. At this rate, Takumi 2 is going to become a killer. Want to treat him before he can commit his first murder. That's not all. We've got something else we need to do in that timeline. What's that? The version of that history I know, Takumi actually killed somebody tonight. Who's that? Hiroko too. In other words, me. What? We have to prevent that murder before we move on to treat him. Wait a minute, I don't remember any timeline like that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm the one who got killed. I remember it very clearly. Tonight, around 11 p.m., I'll be killed by Takumi 2 in the biolab. You probably just haven't recovered those memories yet. Is that why? I guess I did repress a lot of memories of that time. Hiroko, what time is it now? 9:19 p.m. How do you know? My glasses have a clock function built into them. Lenses can function as a transparent heads-up display to show me the time whenever I touch them just here. It'll be a problem if you can't keep track of the time. Here, you can have this. Your device? I have another of my own. Just switch it on and it'll display the time. Take it. It also has Candy Crush if you ever get bored. Here, go pass me the little machine. Slipped it into my pocket. You said 9:18 p.m. 9:19 p.m. now. You better hurry. Looping takes you to the same point in time, right? So we can't go forward or back? That's true, but we can't go yet. Why? What I told you about riding the waves to alternate timelines. They're from a space full with cryptoglobin energy. Let's call them blood space waves. We can only leave when they're at their highest intensity. That's why I liken it to surfing. Sometimes you have to wait for a big enough wave to come along. When is that going to be? Take a look at the device I gave you. Took the thing out of my pocket and turned it on. Displays some kind of diaphragm of the waves, along with 2 lines. Between 10:20 p.m. and 1:15 a.m. tonight? Yes, we'll only be able to leap during that time. You said Takumi 2 kills Hiroko at 11 p.m. So if we leave as soon as that window opens, we'll only have 40 minutes. That's right, 40 minutes to get it all done. But it takes over half an hour just to get back to the school from here. Would you prefer to call a taxi? I know it won't be easy, but we still have to try. I waited for the blood space waves. Hiroko showed me how to use the machine. It's a lot more simple than I thought. Everything sounds simple when it's explained to you. I had to put in a lot of work to figure all this out. It was 10:19 p.m. Just 1 minute until we could jump. Already changed our leap suits and adjusted the machine's settings. Let's go over everything one last time. What timeline are we leaping to? Killer zombie. What's our objective? To remove the key data from Takumi 2's brain and prevent Hiroko 2's murder. Good. It's time. Let's get started. Hit the red button on the control console, and we both step down to the platform. Okay, let's do this. Little T2T posing sleep suits.
Huh?
Did we do it? Did we leap?
No.
Just stand there. We need to get going. Hiroko is already on her way outside. Got the fire extinguisher and hurry after her. So didn't we take off our leap suits first? Can't remember which loop it was, but I tried doing this in my regular clothes once. Didn't end well. There's 2 Hirokos. This one's fake and be a shapeshifting commander. They captured me and shut me up in a cage in the courtyard from then to day 100. If I want the same thing happen to you, I won't stop you.
No.
Now pick up at the pace. You know we don't have a lot of time. Okay, makes sense. Hiroko took off running. I did the same. We started our journey back to the school. Still had a ways to go, so I decided to ask about something. Hey, can you tell me more about what happened between Hiroko 2 and Takumi 2? I started around this time actually. Couldn't sleep, so I decided to take a walk around the school. That's when Takumi 2 attacked me. The Gi data in his brain must have finally taken over. He chased me into his biolab. He was far stronger than he had any right to be. Gi can draw out superhuman reserves of strength from his host, after all. He slammed my head on the operating table, and while I was still dazed from that, well, you get the idea. I never had a chance to fight back. Almost reached the academy. I could see the ball of fire up ahead. Suddenly, Hiroko stopped and picked something up from the ground. Is that a power saw? We'll be needing this. Oh, this is the power saw coming into play. I'm just curious though, cause Hiroko remembers a timeline though where she didn't die from that, where she got killed by the zombie. So, logistics of this are crazy. We're needing this. What for? Takumi locked the biolab door behind him when he attacked me. I'll have to break it down to get to him. This is the fastest way to do that. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this. Hold on, I've seen that power saw kill our friends in this timeline. By taking that into the school, you're putting them all in danger. That won't happen. We're going to cure Takumi 2 after all. What if we mess it up? We won't. How can you be so sure? Enough talk. You're my servant, aren't you? You said you'd do anything to help, didn't you? I guess, but then don't talk back. Just do as you're told. Hiroko took off toward the wall, power saw in hand. I followed a few steps behind, trying to keep down the panic rising in my chest. Before long, we arrived at the school. Checked the time, displayed in the corner of my little window in the front of my helmet. 10:56 p.m. We only got 4 minutes. We have to hurry. It barreled through the entrance hall into the hallway. Hiroko kept going, through the halls and up the stairs. It was all I could do to keep up with her. Soon enough, we reached the 2nd floor. Found myself outside the door to the biolab. Hiroko had gotten there before me, of course. I saw the 2 of them running here just now. Hiroko 2 went in first, and Takumi 2 just after her. He was carrying a kitchen knife. Something I remember. In that case. I was right, the door was locked. Damn it. Pulled on the door myself just in case, but it wouldn't budge. Then I heard a noise from inside the room. That was probably Hiroko 2 getting thrown around. Sorry, 10:59 p.m. We're almost out of time. Stand back. Billy had time to react before Hiroko revved their power saw and charged forward. It's a terrible splintering sound as the door yielded to the relentless rotating metal blades. Come on. Following Hiroko's lead, I stepped into the biolab, but I was not ready for what was waiting for me inside. Took a moment to process what had happened. Hiroko had gone in first, but now I scrambled up in a corner. A blow from Takumi 2 must have sent her flying. From the sound of a groan, she was going to be out of action for a little while. On the other side of the operating table, Hiroko 2. She's also on the floor, and looked pretty out of it too. Both of the Hirokos were down for the count. Obviously, only one person could be responsible for this. It still counts as in our timeline, right? Yeah. Kinda goofy that way. Takumi 2. This timeline's version of me. Our eyes met and I froze up. I wasn't used to looking at my own body from the outside. It was just a real experience. I just stood there, forgetting even to breathe. But it wasn't long until time started to flow again and I was brought back to reality. Takumi 2 raised his kitchen knife and dashed toward me. Gah! Kiriko said the leap suits repel Himanuma. That wasn't a class weapon he was holding. It was more than capable of tearing through the suit and hurting me. He swung wildly, but I did my best to dodge his blows. Obviously, I wasn't about to let myself get killed, especially not by my own doppelganger. But I couldn't keep dodging forever. He was sure to hit me sooner or later. Needed a weapon, something I could use to fight back. As that thought crossed my mind, my foot brushed against something. Glanced down, it was the power saw. Hiroko must have dropped it when she got knocked over. It was still running. Ducked down, grabbed it, and swung it to the side. Takumi saved this Hiroko from Gi Takumi. Yep. That's also what she already said in the ending there. She revealed that at the end of the slasher route that, like, no, you didn't save me, Takumi. Someone else saved me from you. That was one of the twists there, and that's where this has always been heading, I guess. They revealed that her savior was an alternate Takumi, in fact. Blade connected with the other Mi's knife and sent it flying. And then non-Gi Takumi is gonna wake up and have a fight with this Takumi. I didn't stop him though. Grabbed my arm, trying to take the power saw from me. I was about to go down without a fight. Wrenched it away and kicked him in the stomach. Slammed against the wall and fell to the floor. His face contorted in pain. It was hit him pretty hard. He wouldn't be getting up anytime soon. Took advantage of the lull in the fight to go and check on Hiroko too. Didn't seem to have any visible injuries, but I had to make sure she was okay. All that shaving around I've been doing, not to mention the run over here, wasn't exactly feeling at my best. I fought through the fatigue and lumbered over to this timeline's Hiroko. But just as I was about to reach her... Yep, normal Takumi wakes up. Something slammed into my head from behind. I staggered a few steps, suddenly off balance. Takumi too saw his opportunity and took it. As two of us grappled, we found ourselves near the window. And then... Yep. Next thing you knew, I was in the air with Takumi 2 still clinging to me. He must have attacked me with so much force that it sent us right through the window. Shards of glass were all around us, sparkling in the night air. For one weird disconnected moment, it actually looked kind of beautiful. Then the laws of physics kicked in and we were falling, rocketing toward the ground faster than either of us could deal with. The leap suit must have provided some protection, because falling from the second floor didn't hurt nearly as much as it should have. I saw the power saw lying to my side. I grabbed it, and got to my feet, looking around for Takumi too. He was standing nearby, maybe 30 feet away. Looked like he'd just gotten to his feet. He was still swinging unsteadily. While I had prevented Hiroko 2's murder, I had just left one thing still to do in this timeline. I had to treat Takumi too. Couldn't let him get away now. I tightened my grip on the power saw and ran toward him. Double saw me coming and ran. He stayed on his tail and eventually cornered him right in front of the wall of fire. I raised my power saw and grabbed it. In the light of the undying flames, the blade glinted ominously. I was going to kill Takumi too, obviously. I didn't even want to hurt him. Maybe from an alternate reality, but he was still me after all. So what was I going to do? Just threaten him? If he thought I was out to kill him, maybe he'd come quietly. Decided to go with that and hefted the power saw again. Wait, something about this doesn't seem right. Haven't I seen this happen before? Couldn't have been distracted for more than 2 seconds, but that was all he needed. Hi, kick me! Pain flashed across my left leg. My view started to tilt to the side. As I toppled over, everything seemed to slow down. And I found myself thinking, I should have seen this coming. Then my downward movement came to an abrupt stop. Put my head slammed against the cold hard ground. Even with my helmet on, I was a real shock to the system. I was majorly disoriented. Could barely string two coherent thoughts together, let alone come up with a plan to fight back. Through instinct more than anything else, I managed to stagger back to my feet. Thoughts were still hazy. One thing wasn't abundantly clear. Didn't have the power saw anymore, so it must be. Now it's my turn. Fear took over and I ran back toward the school as fast as I could.
You won't get away!
No! Tables had turned. Now Takumi 2 was after me. Unfortunately, he wasn't moving very fast, probably because he was weighed down by the power saw. Yeah. My vision goes back to normal now, but the haze around my thoughts were still there. Felt like I was forgetting something important, but I couldn't think of that. Think of what? Before I could figure it out, Takumi 2 made his move. He discarded the power saw, tossing it aside into the bushes. Now he'd lightened his load. He's a lot faster than before and gaining my fast. He and I were the same person, of course, so running speeds should have been the same. Except I had a big clunky leap suit slowing me down. Ah, my brain. True. It's only a matter of time before he catches me. I need to find somewhere I can ditch the suit. That's the thought crossed my mind. The outline of the school came into view up ahead. Put in a burst of speed, running for the school with all my might. Scrambled into the hallway and up the stairs. Feet were barely being touched on the ground as I fled along the second floor. Finally, I tumbled into the bathroom. Held my breath and listened hard. Could hear footsteps in the hall outside. They got closer, then passed by and gradually faded away. Phew. Let out a sigh and leaned back against the wall. I was swimming. I just stood there and spaced out for a while. So what am I supposed to do now? Still have to get that guy under control somehow. Maybe I can hide and try to get the jump on him. The suit's so hard to move around in, though. I won't be doing anything stealthy in this. It'll be easier for him to turn the tables on me if anything goes wrong, too. The solution to that was obvious enough. I took off my leap suit. Looking around, found a supply closet and stowed it in there. Oh, we did find out that the attacker did store it there too, didn't we? Better get going. They fix this quick before our window to leap back closes. First move would be to find Hiroko. She's probably still in the biolab. Walk toward the bathroom door. Just was about to open it in. They hid it in the bathroom? Guess I better check. Why do you have to pick now to think about looking in here? Looked around for escape. There's no point hiding in one of the stalls that get found out right away. In that case, there's only one way out. Into the window and opened it. Jumped out with all the energy I could muster. Something went wrong. He was the fatigue setting in, but I couldn't control my posture like I wanted to and fell flat on my back. My head hitting the ground with a sickening crunch. I was really dead this time. My consciousness was leaving me like smoke blown away in the strong breeze. Right before it all went dark, I was aware of footsteps nearby, and somebody saying something.
Takumi, are you okay? Hold on. Stay with me.
That was when my memory cut out for the day. And next thing I knew, my mind melted away into chaos and confusion. I woke up suddenly. I looked around trying to orient myself.
Where am I?
Can't you tell? It's your room. In the SF timeline, that is.
The SF timeline?
S.
Steady fundamental. It's the one we started off in.
Did you have to carry me here again?
Yes. You need to start taking better care of yourself. I'm not your mother, you know.
I don't understand.
It's like when a child falls asleep in front of the TV, and their mother picks them up and puts them to bed. I've basically done the same for you. Several times now.
As you put it like that, they feel kind of guilty. I shifted uncomfortably and sat up in bed. What happened after I blacked out?
Oh.
Don't worry about it. We fulfilled both of our goals. I figured we saved Hiroko too, but what about the other one?
Oh.
You don't need to worry about Takumi 2's parasite problem. I actually had 2 thumb drives. Ningo gave me an extra one as a spare. Give it to Hiroko 2, I revealed myself to her and explained everything. Did she already know about the time loop and parallel leaping? No, not every timeline has the same memories. She's only recorded a few fragments so far. It must have been so hard for her to wrap her head around. She managed just fine. I should know. She's a past version of me after all. I know her history very well. Yeah, and she goes on to inspect Takumi and stuff in the slasher route. I even remember what happened next from when it was her. As Hiroko 2, I injected Takumi 2 with an anesthetic and used the repair program to treat him. A program I got from a thumb drive given to me by me, Hiroko 1. That was all well and good, but she hadn't seen it for herself this time. That made me uneasy. Take out the device Hiroko had given me. When's the next time the blood space waves surge? Think you'll leave me back to kill a zombie to check on it? Don't you believe me? It's not like that. Either way, we won't be leaping anytime soon. Look at the screen. 1 to 5 p.m. on day 20. What happens on day 20? That one skipped. That one is... Oh, that's... Oh, wow. We're literally all the way in the true route. That's... No, man. Nothing in the mystery route. It's a slasher route event here, but... Just free time. And free time here, too. Nothing happens on day 20. I remember to leave again until then. That's 3 days from now. So we're staying put for 3 days. That's just how this works. These surges have any kind of pattern? Unfortunately not. Everything from their variation to their wavelength to their regularity is completely random.
Oh.
The same goes for the periods when they surge and how long they last. Never really know what we're dealing with until they arrive.
Oh.
We're lucky these devices even allow us to predict the next surge. For now, you'll just have to trust me. Takumi 2 is really fine now. I don't have to worry about him anymore? That's right. After breakfast, I went back to my room to think. Our next leap is on day 20, and the next battle is on the night of day 21. That gives me some downtime before then, but I still have to use it productively. Yeah. Free time? Yep. Thank you, game. No Darmy? Yes, yes, Darmy. So relax right now. So having the rec room is like a casino. Nothing relaxes me like being alone among low-life scum. I had fun pretending to gamble with Darmy. After spending some time together, you understand Darmy better now. She still has 1 or 2 more, so let's see. Ah, there we go. Same event too. To make him acting in this movie I'm shooting, okay? Look what I made with a gift-o-matic. Use this video camera to direct my very own movie. I'm gonna make the nastiest, most messed up splatter a film ever made or send the TRC into total spiral tiller. So I need to act in my movie as a corpse. A corpse? Yep, all I have to do is star on camera. Just punch a knife with your belly and gut yourself. I'm not gonna commit seppuku for your movie. Besides, that has nothing to do with acting. It's fine. I can just bring you back with a romantic. Film starts now. I have the set ready over there. Ran as fast as my feet could carry me. Report card updated. It's still 1 more, right? Nope, that's all of them. Okay. It's only 8 we have to worry about now. At least for like that stuff. Oh, we don't have Ava yet until we actually recruit her. I just checked what happened on day 20 in the slasher room. Takumi woke up and went to go get breakfast, but then day 21 happened, so safe to assume he blacked out and the key took control. Oh. Right. That might have been a yeah, that might be like a murder day then.
Make sure you
Yeah, that might be relevant then. Here goes. No, wait, that's no. I'm confused, mixing it up. It's on like 43 where the encounter with Nozomi happens, where Moko dies. Yeah, because that's another split choice. Yeah, day 43. That's not for a while. Hugo said the killer zombie Takumi 2 is fixed now, so where was she going to leap on day 20? I had other questions for her too, but it could wait until tomorrow. Yeah, she's not going into that route. I know all I want to do is go to bed. As usual, everyone wandered off to do their own thing after breakfast. At some point, they lost track of Yuriko. Maybe I'll wait until tonight to speak to her. I decided on that and began looking for ways to spend the rest of my day. Free time? Okay. Let's give the army your last 2 presents then. Like those 2 are completely complete. Cheap food and art machines. Ah, hold on. Maybe she likes the sweet snacks. Cause that's got a whole like an evil bag. Ooh, spooky.
How do you know?
Yep. Hey, Bondab.
My parents are good-for-nothing loafers, so I have to earn my own living. Doing what? I don't feel like talking about it. Just makes me remember how gross some clients can be. Oh, get your mind out of the gutter. It's not as bad as you think. Just a little bit. Somewhat. Sometimes I have to put on glitter makeup for work, and it's like, yikes! That's why I do my makeup the way I like it on normal days, and wear the clothes I like. I can't get into the right mood otherwise. Just trying to live life is already tough enough. What, do you think I look like a clown? I'm not offended. You think what you want, and I dress how I like.
That's
Besides,
the way.
everyone needs a clown in their life to make them feel better. Even someone like me has a place in the world.
That's the spirit. Be positive, Darmy. You go, girl. Okay, what's her final one? Art machines. I have a lot of machine parts, so I think I should be able to make that, hopefully. Art machines. Up. Oh, she probably wants the video camera. Oh, she could easily want the e-reader too, though. The video camera was relevant for the thing, so let's try that.
Not the best.
Ah, never mind. We give her the reader next time. Why do you ask me to come all the way out here? So I wanted to make sure we wouldn't be interrupted. But I didn't even bring my riding crop. Wait, riding crop? Okay. Didn't call you out here so you could give me a secret spanking. Or you wanted me to step on you then? No, not that either. So what do you want? It's about leaping. I swear that someone might overhear us if we talked in our rooms. Look how you ended up following me and poking your nose where it didn't belong. I nodded. What do you want to ask? First of all, the blood space waves are going to surge into you, Tony. What timeline are you going to jump to? You really want to know? Yeah. Can't you molten candle wax on your cowlick?
Hey!
Why would you want to do that?
Oh.
I want to see what it looks like slick down.
Oh.
I'm actually still thinking about which timeline to visit next. I'll let you know when I come to a decision. Okay, so he just hasn't decided. Switch to Neil Casey before continuing our conversation. 2 days ago, you said the parallel leap machine was made by some kind of researchers, right? Is it a cowlick? No, fuck is a cowlick? It's like the thing Superman has. Where it just goes down on your forehead. Or I think goes down on your back of your head. I think it could go either way. I don't know that for sure. It's just speculation. That's fine. Let's assume it's true. Which side were those researchers on? Were they human or invaders? There's really no way to tell. Look at the lab building. It doesn't seem to have any government or military connections. Perhaps they were part of a smaller organization, built it in secret as part of some private endeavor. I mean, think about it. No matter who built it, that machine could provide a huge advantage to the war effort. So the fact that no one's used it means neither side knows it exists. That's what I think, anyway. Neither Vestinus nor Zero Nego have ever mentioned a parallel leaping either. Not ever? No, not in any talent I've seen in any of the 146 loops. That's because not even any where like they discover it? Moved again, a new location, new question. So about our most recent leap. Our objective was to change history by saving Hiroko 2 and stopping Takumi 2 from becoming a serial killer. Did you really achieve that though? Of course. Hiroko 2 is still alive and Takumi 2 was successfully treated. What are you so worried about? It's just, isn't there a timeline out there where we didn't succeed? Naturally. There are infinite possibilities out there in the blood space realm. But if that's the case, is it even accurate to say we changed history? Isn't it more like we created a new timeline? Kind of like laying down new train rails to replace old ones. Exactly, thank you, Takumi. Yes, but what of it? I was wondering if there's any point to it. The old rails still exist, and so we really fixed something? Trust me, there's definitely a point. Why? Let's say there's a train that is destined to constantly run through a fiery hellscape. And passengers inside will be forced to endure constant pain and suffering. Imagine we laid down a new set of rails branching off from that line. One version of the train now gets to enjoy a safe, comfortable journey. Of course, one of them is still destined to burn in hellfire. There's no changing that. But it's better than if we never added that second line at all. At least this gives the passengers a 1 in 2 chance at happiness. I think I get what she means, but still. Still having trouble coming to terms with this. What's the problem? Are you even laying down new rails at all? What do you mean? When we left 2 days ago, things played out in the killer zombie timeline exactly like I remember from when I was Takumi 2. The only difference was I was seeing them from the steady fundamental perspective as Takumi 1. The person who attacked me with the power saw when I was Takumi 2, it was actually me, Takumi 1. It took me a while to notice that was happening, and I still don't understand it. And Takumi 2 is a Takumi 1-3, and a Kikama, and Takumi 2 was kicking the Takumi 1, who has the power stop while attacking Takumi 2, and the Takumi 3 is, without even meaning to, I ended up making history repeat itself. It was like I was on rails, going along a predetermined route. It makes me feel like destiny is controlling us or something. And I got to thinking, what if history refuses to change? What if our actions don't create new timelines after all? I already told you, Hiroko 2 is alive and Takumi 2 has been treated. That's something that wouldn't have happened without our intervention. Definitely created a new timeline. But the fact that history seemed to repeat itself for you is probably just leap damage. Remember what I told you? Leap damage can affect your memories and your ability to reason if it reaches your brain. Obviously, I hadn't made my point clearly enough. Had a feeling that loss of reasoning was also something that happened because that was part of our predetermined history. Now we couldn't escape it no matter what we did. Hiroko and I finished talking and went back to the roof.
Oh?
You look like you're still having doubts. I'm telling you, it's nothing to worry about. We're creating new timelines, and it's changing things for the better. If we weren't, there'd be no point in anything we do here in this timeline. And don't forget your promise. I'll build us a future where we can all be happy. And that's what you said. Does that help? Are you going to sleep better tonight? I don't know. I'll go get you some medicine to help you sleep. Take it, so go to bed, and forget all about those groundless worries, understood? She left before I could respond as usual. After that, I took the sleeping medicine that Hiroko brought me, sank into a deep, dreamless sleep. Day 19. Oh. Passing over to day 20? Okay. Nope, not quite yet. Jolted awake suddenly. Judging by the sky outside, it was already nighttime. Practically slept the whole day away. Sleeping medicine had done its job at any rate. Some strong stuff. Really, my face really hurt now. Had no idea what could have caused that. Rubbing my sore cheeks, I looked at the clock. It says 7:15 p.m. This time of day, there might still be people in the cafeteria having dinner. Kill, go check it out. Yeah, let's check it out. Hey there, Summit. You're finally awake, huh? Alright. Yeah, it's like you stopped thinking about what you saw. It was awesome. And right, so much. Oh no! They saw Nico's trick! What are you guys talking about?
Nico's here to tell, man. Some next level shit.
Well, very nice of you to say so. Alright, this is day 19. I always seem to miss it, no matter what time I'm in. It's a wonderful performance. Indeed, it was truly high-class entertainment. Hiroko then speaks up. This is the first time I saw it in 140 loops, and it was all worth it. I was inspired to practically ascended to a higher plane of consciousness. Isn't that right, Sister Dearest? Those 6 hours went by in a flash. You're trying waking you up, Takumi. But no matter how I slapped you, it never did any good. So that's why my cheeks hurt so much.
Nah, it's too bad for you.
Niga, could you do it one more time for Takumi? I'm sorry, but each of my shows is absolutely unique. No recordings, no repeats, no exceptions. Looked over at Hiroko. Our eyes met and she joined the conversation. I missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Apparently I was the only one who missed it in this time too. This was so unfair. I gritted my teeth and glared daggers at Hiroko. He just laughed. She was enjoying this all at once. Her offering to help me sleep made a whole lot more sense. Aw, no. She wanted to play into the joke. After dinner, I ran to the room as fast as I could. Siri and Nico were there waiting for me. Turns Nico made a sincere, heartfelt entreaty. Please, just once. I don't need the full 6-hour show. 5 minutes would be enough. Sorry, Elmo, but like I said, never repeat it. Can't you make an exception? Yeah, what else, Amino? Oh, come on, you two always do whatever Hiroko says. I'm afraid they don't follow. Cerebral glitch repair program. You gave it that to her when she asked for it, right? Yeah, well, Shizaharu said she really needed it. And that was enough for you to hand it over?
Hey.
Nah, of course not. Oh, this was on day 4, right? Shizaharu came to us and told us about the time loop.
She even told us top secret intel only Nigo and I should know about. That's what convinced me she was telling the truth. And that's when she made us an offer we couldn't refuse. I know which days the enemy attacks will happen. I'll share this information with you, but you have to do as I say in return. I mean, who's gonna turn down a deal like that? Her ultimate goal is for all of you to survive through to day 100. In other words, She wants to win the war just like we do. Her interests and ours match up. So it only seemed natural that we agree to work together. Hence, why I gave her the thumb drive.
Do you feel the same, Nico?
You mean, is that why I comply with Mr. Sahara's requests?
I nodded.
Not exactly. It's more that I feel indebted to her. She went to the trouble of forcing me away from Second Last Defense Academy on day 6 after all. If I stayed here, I'd surely be a pile of lifeless scrap by now. I'd have been obliged to self-destruct at some point, and well, I'm just so grateful that I didn't have to come to that.
Didn't give up. I begged Nico to show me his hidden talents for a while after that. My pleas fell on deaf ears, and I had to leave disappointed. Oh no, Takumi. Returned to my room and got into bed. Despite not doing very much during that day, I fell asleep pretty easily. That night I had a dream about Nico juggling flaming torches while playing the theremin. That's funny. Today's sleeping day again, so what happens? After breakfast, I went looking for Hiroko. Found her up on the roof. Made sure no one else was around before speaking to her. Hey, got a minute? Want to know about today's leap, I assume? You can go start from 1 p.m., right? Still plenty of time to train in the meantime. Don't forget, we have a battle coming tomorrow night. Have you decided where we're going? Yes, to the Red Snom timeline. The what? Red Snom? I suppose you don't know about that one, or you just haven't remembered it yet. In that timeline, you and Darmi are raising a strange creature called Red Snom. I'm sorry, what? Okay, but why are we leaping there? To find someone. Specifically, a mysterious old person. For some reason, he only appears in certain timelines. You won't find him here in the steady fundamental branch, no matter how old you look. You mean the old man that gives us the lore drops? But he's there in the Red Snom timeline? I think so. Met him there once before. I was exploring the ruins and found him standing outside a cave. Then he said something. Looks to me like you're caught in the cursed cycle. Could only vaguely remember, but that phrase sounded familiar to me too. I hadn't recovered my memories at that point, so I didn't recognize the significance of what he said. But I do now. He spoke about a cursed cycle. He's referring to the time loop. So whoever this guy is, he knows about the loop. Yes, and there's a chance he also knows how to leave it. I gulped. That in mind, we're leaping to that timeline this afternoon. But no buts. Just be a good servant and do as you're told. Do I make myself clear? She left before I could respond as usual. That's Nam, huh? Nope, still doesn't ring any bells. But if this strange old man could tell us how to skip the loop, that would be a big step forward. I have to assume this is an actual timeline and not a joke. That Takumi and Darmi raising a monster together? What did she say? Yeah, strange creature called Red Snom. What? Yeah, okay. That probably happens at some point, but... Hold on now. This early? Would this be chapter 12 then, since Darmi's also alive? It's not the comedy room, because that's much later. Yeah, I think it has to be here. Yeah. This might be chapter 12. Or wait, this may be chapter 10. No, Darmi's already dead in chapter 10, actually. No. It's chapter 12. Better be faster, just the thought of it. I have to wait until the afternoon for the main event. Still had the first part of the day free. Yeah, let's go have one free time event to max out Darmi. To give her her last gift. Probably her e-reader. Art machines. She likes light novels and stuff. I think this would fit her.
Not the best thing.
Oh, never mind. Guess she wants the projector. Huh. 10:59 p.m. We set up the machine and had our leap suits on ready. Now we just have to wait. When it was almost time, Hiroko spoke up suddenly. Let's do a recap before we leave, like last time. Which timeline are we leaping to? The Red Snom timeline. And what's our objective? To find the old man and ask him about the cursed cycle. Good. I'm glad you have a grasp on the basics. When she finished speaking, I saw the time change to 1 p.m. in the corner of my eye. Want to get going? Hiroko pressed the red button and the two of us stepped into the round platform. It's leaping time! This is the rest of the timeline. Everything looks just like the same to me. We're expecting to see dinosaurs walking around or something. It's my third time leaping to a parallel universe, but it still doesn't feel real. In a broad sense, these alternate timelines aren't that different from our own. By the way, about our leap suits. Keeping them on, you never know when we might run into someone unexpectedly. I thought you remember what happened in this timeline. Do you remember what you had for dinner 3 nights ago? I've been doing this for at least 146 loops. Can't remember every detail from every timeline. I never thought of it like that. So where do you find this old man we're looking for? Like I said, I found him outside a cave the first time. I don't know if he'll be there now, but it's worth a try. Okay, let's go check it out. I've seen a case around here. How much farther is it? What, do you have a problem with walking? No, I was just asking. Stop flapping your gums and start moving your feet. Or curl up in a ball like an armadillo and it'll kick you all the way here. Pardon me for breathing. I figure it's completely unrelated. I want to check on the chapter 16 here. In the plan where yeah, he kicks. That's a slasher route, not the comedy route. Okay, I was just curious in that sense. Pardon me for breathing. Did as Hiroko said, the part about staying quiet and walking, that is. Made our way through the growing temple just as I was turning a corner. Awkward. Wafarga! A single cry escaped my mouth. Tried to smother it, but it was too late. This is gonna be very funny from the other perspective. There's only one thing I could think about now. Getting away from here and fast. Look at Hiroko and saw our helmet move up and down. And nod, that was our signal. Turned away and began sprinting as fast as we could.
Hey, wait!
Who the heck are you guys?
There were 2 chased after us. We had to shake them off. Did everything we could to get away, turning corners, ducking down side streets, and cutting through abandoned houses. After running around like that for a while, and we finally seemed safe again. There were no signs of our pursuers, so we stopped to catch our breath. Who was that back there? If you really need to ask, it was this timeline's version of Darmy, and you. It's not like in the Killer Zombie branch. I don't remember anything like this happening before. I can think of 2 possible explanations for that. Either you experienced it but don't remember, or you're going to experience it at some point in the future. In the future? No, that can't be right. I'm determined not to go through this loop again. This will be the last time I experience these 100 days. There's no way I'm seeing something that I haven't lived through yet. We should get away from them. If they've gotten hold of us and taken off our suits, they've really been in trouble. Yeah, I don't want to have to end up fighting myself again. Probably still nearby. Should get moving before they can find us. Oh, we're exploring. Good opportunity to get some materials. Honestly, I have been losing out on them. Let's go here, question mark. Yay, battle looker press. I don't need those though. Oh no, yay. Crystal plants. I don't need plants though. Rocks. I love rocks. Got a pebble.
I'll take this.
Pebbles are so useful. Keep going. Is it up there? Yeah, it is. I guess let's get more rocks. Broken stone. Do you need a hint on how to start the redstone routes? I feel like I already kind of know where it is. I'm not any pressure to do it either. I'm just gonna go keep doing what I'm doing. Oh, battle. Like, I'm assuming it's chapter 12 where we split off from the school decision on which to protect. We save the army and then we get a route that focuses on her. That sounds about right.
Let's do this! Time to use it! My turn! Yeah! Let's go! There! Here we go! Yeah!
Bam.
Ready when you are! That's it! My turn! I've got this!
Nope.
Here!
Like, I'm not gonna start to rush the redstone route either.
Yes!
I'm not even planning on doing that yet. After this route, I was honestly thinking of just doing the comedy routes, finishing that one off. Because I've been holding that up, waiting for a day where comedy would be appropriate.
I'll take this.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it, game. Fine. And yeah, I guess after the
My turn.
After the comedy route, I probably
Say when.
yeah, wouldn't actually be a bad idea to go to chapter 12. I was thinking of maybe just starting to advance a bit more the main timeline, but it'd be a good investment as well to just wrap up the finish that off, especially because it's kind of early, and I don't know. I still want to find the story lock too, wherever that is,
I'll take this.
so I can actually finish the mystery route too.
We did it.
I feel like so long as I have the 3 story locks unlocked, I'd be satisfied with gunning toward the main ending at this point. The Yalt Tree Route Chapter 0. But right now, I'm satisfied with just continuing to explore and solving these routes. We'll see where I'm at once I've completed the story locks.
I'll take this.
Look at that, I almost filled up the inventory. And with rocks, a lot of rocks too. Exactly what I need. Ah, that's the cave. That's the cave, I like it, That's the cave, I like it,
I'll take this.
That's the cave, I like it,
Yes!
That's the cave, I like it,
I'll take this.
Chiruba, okay, spinning seed. Oh, you don't actually need machines. I just throw them away.
We did it. Yes.
Let's just try to get there fast. More battle token chance. You don't need it though. Okay, let's go north. Small pumpkin. Hold on. What should we swap that with? One of the functioning motor. Yeah. Let's get some textiles too. Tiger pels.
Yes.
Ah, really useful there. Yeah, let's take out the gramophone. Might as well.
We did it.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Oof, almost.
Yes.
Do not need machines right now. Just gotta cash in on those things right now. That's what I want. Finally here. Now's the old man. Thought I already explained this. Met him here once before during a previous loop. So no guarantee he'll be. Very late. Postponed understanding there was. Here he is. Ah, my apologies. I meant you are late. It's my age. My memory isn't what it used to be. Doesn't seem like the kind of mistake you can chalk up to forgetfulness. Marinating is actually the process of soaking foods to soften them up. I could tell you a wonderful recipe for ginger marinating squash. I was just about to ask him to get to the point, but Hirka beat me to the punch. Sir, I believe you're familiar with the cursed cycle. You mentioned it to me before. Well, it wasn't really before from your perspective. The point is, I've heard you mention that phrase. Nice, its stats look good, but once you equip it, you can't take it off. That's cursed equipment like you find in RPGs. This isn't a physical object we're talking about, it's the loop. Yes. Ooh, spooky man now. Huh? A time loop. That's what you young people call it, isn't it? So you do know about it. The cursed cycle. It is a legend passed down in this land since time immemorial. A legend? There once existed a race with the blood of God running through their veins, the so-called Brethren of the Blood. It was long, long ago, but who knows? There may still be some out there today. Or some people created by God's own will, who lived a blessed life. But one day, evildoers from distant land appeared. By use of secret arts, created copies of the Brethren. God was angry and visited a terrible retribution upon a number of these copies. That's what came to be known as the cursed cycle. Indeed, a truly dreadful punishment. A prison constructed not of brick and mortar and outer bars, but of time itself. Those within it were forced to watch history repeat itself over and over again in endless loop. That is the cursed cycle. For those trapped inside, not even I know what became of them. Perhaps they linger there still, never to leave.
constantly longing for the sweet release of death.
Ooh.
They all lived happily ever after. Nothing about that was happy.
Sir, we're looking for a way to leave this loop. Can you tell us anything about that might help?
There's no mention of anything like that in the legends.
Shoulders slumped in disappointment, but then...
But now that your attention's it, now that you mention it, there was somebody researching the cursed cycle many years ago. His name was Noriro Inone. How long dead? He was an impressive polymath at his time. He excelled in the study of both folklore and particle physics. Heard that Professor Inone compiled the results of his research, his life's work into a single volume. One of his goals was to prove the potential existence of the cursed cycle and examine its mechanics from a scientific perspective.
What's this book called?
Reflections on Impressatory Metempsychosis.
Ooh.
I know it sounds very occult, but it's got no relation to cursed spirits or sorcerers, in case you're wondering.
Well, tell us how to get out of the loop.
I never read it myself, so I can't say for sure, but there's a chance it could offer you some clues.
Nick and I looked at each other and nodded.
I must say, two addressed there strangely. Hey, maybe come for space.
Well, in a way, something like that. Thanked the old man and went on our way. Returned to the lab and from there leapt back to our steady fundamental timeline. And on arrival, we took off our leap suits and talked about what we should do next. Only lead is Professor Inona's Reflections on Impressatory Metempsychosis. Should we even start looking for something like that? Two, there's no sign of any libraries anywhere outside the school. Just have to try inside the school then. But it's gonna be written in future, right? Pop back to school and head for the library. Here can I spend the rest of the day and most of the night searching the library's different index lists. It's no good, there's no sign of the book ever having been here. Nothing else by Professor Inone either. This message came up when I searched on the PC though. The records in this database are incomplete. New books may have been added to the collection without the index being updated. So you have to search the stacks manually? Hey, see how many books there are here? I'm afraid there's only our only option. I stared in bewilderment at the rows upon rows of books and documents lined up throughout the room. It's getting late though. Let's call it a day for now. Our next defensive battle is tomorrow night, so we should be fine and start looking during the day. Speaking of which, you remember which commander attacks tomorrow, don't you? I nodded. Yeah, it's Ava. To think about what to do with her as well. Once we got to the roof, I parted ways with Hiroko and went back to my room. What to do with Ava, huh? Thought about it alright. I got into bed and thought about it for several hours. By the time I'd reached an answer, it was starting to get light outside. Day 21. After breakfast, Hiroko and I headed straight for the library. First, I was looking for the book. Did you finish that homework I gave you? Then I looked Hiroko in the eye. Yes, we're definitely not killing Ava. And why is that? There's a timeline where Ava's ghost tried to strangle me. Turned out to just be a hallucination my mind made real, but still. I remember that too. It's a timeline where the Leo Jr. doll almost killed me. Or rather, the zombified, gi-possessed creature inside the doll. I've been calling it the Box of Calamity timeline in my head. All the terrible things that happened to us in that timeline. All of our friends who died painful deaths. All leads back to one thing. Opening that little box was the start of it all. That's true enough, but it's possible to trace it back even further. You could say it all started when I made the decision to finish Ava. That was when she told us about the Box of Blessings. Or the Box of Calamity, as it actually turned out to be. She wanted to keep Ava alive to prevent this timeline going in a similar direction. I nodded. Alright, that makes sense. I'll back you up on this. In the meantime, start looking for the Metempsychosis book. I've got something I need to do first. What? Nothing you need to worry about. Just follow my instructions. Understand? Spent the next couple of hours scouring the shelves in the library. Try as I might, I couldn't find any sign of the book we needed. Just as I was about to take a break, Hiroko walked in. How's it going? Nothing so far. How much of the library have you searched? Maybe a tenth of the whole thing? That's barely anything. What are you doing here, going on a bizarre journey rereading your favorite manga? Of course not, I'm trying my best. By the way, I suppose that's good news. Means there's still a possibility of finding it in here. Hiroko looked up at the remaining shells hopefully.
Huh?
How about you? What have you been doing all this time? For starters, I got Kako and Imo to stop fighting and make up with each other. Also spoke to Isuri and Nigo and told them any relevant details about tonight's battle that I could remember.
Huh?
So I mean everyone else knows about Ava too?
Oh.
Yes. Isuri and Nigo should have been told them by now. Okay, what else? What else? Don't forget who's the master here. Ah, so the Tabaxo Calamity is what spawned the geese. Yep, it is. It seems like that's it in every route. Even in the zombie routes, they already were around in the base for the reason, and they were all like dead. I think in that route, one of the commanders just opened a box of geese. Hold on, thing to do. Clear dashboard. Yep, find the bots. Stream manager. Bam. That covers that. That covers that. Okay, let's keep going. Don't forget who's the master here. Why should I have to explain every little thing I do to you? I was just asking. Hiroko sighed and touched her glasses near her temple. She must have been checking in the time. Anyway, it'll be sundown soon. I'm sure you have things you want to do before the battle as well. Go spend your time wisely. I'll take over in here. Just like that, Hiroko's being nice to me. Get emotional whiplash trying to keep up with their mood changes sometimes. But I'm not gonna complain. Alright, if you say so. Thanks, Hiroko. Okay, what should I do now? Free time. Let's give the army that final gift. She wants the projector, I have to assume. She didn't want the e-reader and the video camera.
I don't feel like.
Oh, never mind. Immediately after the nighttime announcement, the alarm sounded. I was talking to who the master is. Takumi's just being so disobedient recently. Yeah, true. Alright, it's about time. Chris got here. Attacking us after hours. Such bold-faced insolence. Ah, let's do these bad for your skin.
I'll sweat it. I'll finish this in 5 minutes tops.
Sorry to wish I didn't eat that curry before bed. Why'd you eat curry this late in the day? You knew there'd be enemy attack around this time, didn't you? I did, but it was a plate of my Suzuki curry. Gotcha, makes total sense now.
Yeah, no one can resist that kind of temptation.
Aha!
Let's get this one or all, everybody. Are you ready, sister dearest? Better than your brother dearest. It's encouraging to see Kako and Imo in such good terms. Their timelines, the real angel on the rocks around this time. But like Hiroko said, she seemed to have got them to make up. You guys wanna get moving soon? You said you're thinking too long, the enemy will be upon us in no time. Takumi. At Hiroko's prompt, everyone turned to look at me. I went their gaze and gave my answer. Yeah, let's do this. Special defense unit, move out. And skip.
Not enough. The holy Jumanji sword still thirsts for the blood of the wicked.
Hey, Takamaru. I think it's been more than 5 minutes now.
Yeah, well, my body clock ain't even past 5 seconds yet.
So, where's this Ava commander we're supposed to be fighting?
She should be showing up soon. That's what Sirei said.
She'll cover the battlefield in a thick mist.
Is this that mist we were warned about?
It's kind of messing with my balance. Feels like I'm gonna spew a whole bunch of carrots and sweet potatoes. Siri was right. Fighting with this stuff everywhere won't be easy.
Ima, Kako! This is where you two come in.
So that's how we win the battle in our
Your skills
timelines.
complement each other perfectly. If you can work together.
Say no more. My dear brother and I just have to
Show everyone how strong our sibling love really is!
Twins smiled at each other and nodded.
Right. Go for it.
Here we go.
All right, the mist's gone. I can see everything.
Look, over there!
Is that?
Yes, that's the commander we'll be facing this time.
That's Ava.
Enough yapping! Just hurry up and take her down!
You can do it, everybody! Special Defense Unit! Rah, rah, rah!
Rah, rah, rah! Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Phew! Looks like we won!
Thank goodness. Any longer and I'd be cleaning regurgitated curry off my...
What are we to do with our fallen foe?
We're gonna spare her. Everyone turns to look at Ava.
Please, don't kill me.
My name is...
Ava, the paragon of nature, right?
We know that already.
Yeah, they're gonna take her hostage.
What? How? We've got sources of our own.
I see. Well, at any rate, I beg of you, please, spare my life.
Ava brought her hand up to her mask. And her swiftly most took it off. Yep. Boys let her to gasp. Possible response to that, Moko was the first to speak.
I say we kill her.
What?
Yeah! Let's rip out her entrails!
Now you mention it. My neck's been
Guys,
feeling awfully cold lately.
Guys, we're trying to do a good ending here. We're not gonna kill her.
You
No.
want to wear intestines as a scarf?
Sounds kinda hot.
Sorry, but I'm with them. She has to die.
Okay, guys, what are we doing here? Why are we
You
bloodthirsty?
too, Tsubasa?
I hate to say this, but I think so too.
Why is this Zomi agreeing to
Even
this
you?
too?
Nozomi?
If we let her live, you can bet it'll mean trouble later down the line.
No matter how nice she may look, she's still our enemy.
Okay, no, this is wrong.
Kinda
This is
sucks,
out of character.
But that's just how it's gotta be. Well said.
Yeah, you're right.
What's going on? They all want to
I'm
kill her?
sorry, Takumi. It looks like we'll have to finish her off after all.
What the fuck?
No.
Please, no! Don't kill me! Let me live. I beg of you. Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Please, don't...
But then,
Everybody ready? 1, 2, just kidding!
oh, for a minute it felt like the time had stopped. I think my heart did too. Tried to speak, but I could only manage to croak out a single confused syllable. Why would you do that to the poor woman? Why would you troll Ava like that?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, he totally fell for it! You've been done, bruh!
And you too, Ava, you totally got pranked. You should see the look on your face. You thought you were gonna die.
Today is your birthday, right?
We all wanted to give you a surprise, so we all got
What?
together and decided to trick you.
It's not my birthday.
Guys, it's not my birthday. And even if it was, this isn't the kind of surprise anyone would want.
Ah, don't sweat the small stuff, man.
Anyway, I'm glad we got this chance to shake you up a little.
Guys, this is the best birthday ever.
Lately, it feels like you've been keeping your distance from the rest of us.
We thought a communal event like this would help boost our affinity level with you.
For my birthday present, I think we should spare Ava and keep her in one of our cages. That's my birthday present. Nope, I've got no idea what that's supposed to mean.
It was Miss Shizuhara who gave us the idea.
She knew you wouldn't want to kill Ava if you had the choice.
Look at Hiroko. She looked back at me, a self-satisfied look on her face. Aww. Then I looked back at Ava. She was talking to me as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This feels super cruel to her, though. She was still crying and staring, but now it was from relief more than fear. After the battle, Ava was officially taken prisoner and detained in the courtyard. She obviously had no way of knowing how Eito had escaped those cages, so there wouldn't be any problem with keeping her in one. It was late, so we didn't have any kind of post-battle celebration. Everyone seemed pretty happy though, both with our victory and with how successful they pranked me. They all went back to their rooms with their smiles on their faces. That just left me with Hiroko. She was still smiling that same infuriating smile. I can tell you're dying to ask, so I won't beat around the bush. This whole thing was my idea, just like Iman Kako said. I genuinely did agree with you that we should spare Ava, so I took the opportunity to convince everyone of that, while also setting up the surprise. Was you and Nico in on this too? Of course. At first they were opposed to letting her live. Then I gave them some tips on how to improve their Dalminic cognitive reconstruction therapy. Oh, we're still lobotomizing her. This new and improved version, the brainwashing won't come undone, provided she isn't subjected to any powerful shocks. Ava will remain our loyal ally up to day 100. Once they heard that, they agreed to it readily enough. Why did you do it? Do what? Why do you set up this cruel surprise in the first place? Well, you haven't realized, have you? You're so cute when you're facing a situation that looks absolutely hopeless. Your face gets all tense and goes white as a sheet, and you practically drench yourself in cold sweat. You're like a peeled banana that was sitting out in the sun. Why did I do this? It's really nothing special. I just wanted to see that look on your face. Well, good night. With that last remark, Hiroko walked away. I was left standing there and heaved a sigh so heavy it could have been made of solid lead. Day 22. I skipped the thing down before it appeared. Nice. Well. After late breakfast, I went to the court to check on Ava. But when I got there, oh, she's gone. Already gotten her lobotomy? She couldn't have been escaped already, could she? I sort of noticed I wasn't alone. Yigame. Here to see Ava? Sorry, but she's not here. I can see that. It's in the infirmary, apparently serious brainwashing her. I'm so jealous. You think he'll throw in some physical torture to really make the conditioning sink in? I'm getting chills imagining what kind of atrocities I'm committing in there. I wish I could be there to watch. I love human rights abuses. She was very firm though. No one's allowed in until the process is complete. How mortifying. I think they gave up on talking to Ava and headed for the library. When I arrived, somebody else was already there. Hiroko. You're late. Have you been off shooting the breeze somewhere? I almost hit it too. Told Hiroko about Ava. Her reaction was more or less what I expected. I don't want to sound too dismissive, but you already knew she was going to be brainwashed when we took her as prisoner. Guess so, but take your mind off it and get to work. Back to looking for the buck, huh? One more thing before you start. Your joke about shooting the breeze and almost hitting it just now was the least bit funny. Alright, let's get to it. In the moment, my face probably looked like a peeled banana that had been in the sun too long. But I didn't want to give Hiroko the satisfaction of seeing it. Turned away and began examining the books on the shelves, searching for the title he wanted. Hours went by, but we still failed to turn up reflections on impressatory metempsychosis. Don't get discouraged. We've only searched 40% of what's here. So we're not only even halfway? That's depressing. No, it means we still have hope. If we searched everything and still hadn't found it, that would be depressing. I admire your optimism. While I sigh in exhaustion, Hiroko tapped her glasses by her temple. It's almost evening. Let's call it a day here. Already? Forget what Shoma said yesterday.
Lately, it feels like you've been keeping your distance from the rest of us.
Yeah. As your captain, you need to maintain a good relationship with all your team members. That's true. So you want me to use this time to go hang out with someone? Hiriko nodded. Go crazy if I have to spend the whole day in here. I'm going to go somewhere else for a while. So you may as well take a break too. Okay, sure. We'll give the army that console, that PS25. Coming back here feels like a good way to center myself. Yeah, there's only one art machine left, so that should do it. Next gen game console. That'll be the one that should do it. Might also bring her up to 4.
How do you know me so well? Have you been stalking me?
Yay, got it.
I'm in despair. I was born in the wrong generation. I'm talking about adult games, by the way. Back in the day, they were so brutal. Even those who loved the hardcore stuff would be put off. But games like that have been discontinued and delisted, so you can't play them anymore. The public views people who love arrow gaze as loose cannons who can't wait to try those same things out in real life. We're so misunderstood. All I want to do is see pretty girls cry and put my character through a meat grinder. Believe it or not, some of these games even have fascinating stories and world settings. The larger the crime and the cost, the stronger the desire behind it. That's what the vice-amply rewarded thought process of sadism is all about too. Want to step over into that world with me, Takumi? Let's dig out that brutal X-rated entertainment together. We'll explore a world dominated by as yet unknown pleasures.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Eating came by, I went. On my way back to the room after dinner, I ran up to see Hiroko in the hallway. I would get an answer for who the sponsors in the Killing Game route were. One for them was Eito, from what I'm guessing from the Calamity route, which is why he never showed up in it. And one of them sounded like Kyoshika too. I was wondering if that other one was actually Kako. Because in the same route, she also jumped. In that same route over there. The one Hiroko threw away to another else, the Kako that was taken over by Gi. That's what I was wondering, because her voice actors also sound a bit funky, so it's possible, I guess. But I don't know. You're right, though, that it feels weird to be the Kyoshika, though, because she's dead in most routes I haven't explored yet. There's Chapter 12 and 10B, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do think that they'll leave the implication there at some point, at the very least. She didn't notice me and kept on walking until she reached the door to the gym. She opened it and went inside. What'd she have to be doing in there? Curious, I followed her. What, are you stalking me now? No, I just saw you going in there and wondered if something was going up. Nothing's up here. Apart from the punching bags, the lights, and the weird statue. Well, didn't Hiroko say the leap suits shrink or grow depending on the person's figure? One of them would have been really short if it was Kako. True, actually. So what are you doing? But all the sprites are the same, though. They haven't actually changed. Hard to explain, but I just got the feeling that I'd find him in here. Him? Do you mean me? No, do you mean me? Shion. Who? Shion? Who? Yes, it's my name, though I'm not really used to it yet. Apparently that's what I was called in some other timelines you experience. Oh? Okay, that explains. That's why Takamaru randomly called him Shion in some other route. Okay. That must have been a bug then. But okay, hold on, no. I don't like this. Why can't it just be Fire Baby? We had a whole Fireboy name in one of the other routes. Why can't we keep that? It's majorly confused now. What's going on here? Okay, so you two have met before, and Hiroko told you about being called Shion. Both of them nodded. Well, this is news to me. Why don't I know about any timelines that we've been given that name? I just don't remember them yet, unless you're going to experience them later. Shion. I did have a vague feeling like I'd heard it before somewhere. Told them everything else about us too. Time loop and parallel leaping included. You don't need to hold back around me. Ask me about anything. I'll do my best to help. Time for a moment. Was there anything? No, this is a long shot, but do you have any idea how we can get out of the loop? So I don't know anything about that. I agree that the time loop was probably caused by your specialist skills. That's all I can say for sure. How about the Madam Psychosis book? One them old man in the other town told you about? I've never heard of it. I see. Sorry, even after offering to help, I'm not doing very much, am I? Don't apologize, it's not your fault. I do have some information you might find useful, though. What kind of information? Something I overheard you and Nico talking about a few days ago. Turns out there's something called distress signal transmitter somewhere in this school. From the mystery route. Hello. That was disappointing. I'm sure Shion wanted to help, but I already knew about the transmitter. Hiroko probably did too. So we knew that already. Came up in another timeline. But where did Hiroko find out about that? She learned it from another timeline before that too. Oh, I see. Yeah, the mystery timeline. Remember it clearly. It was in a hidden room in the basement. Never actually used it, but we figured out what it was for at least. Room in the basement? Not even I knew about that. Hey, why don't we check it out now? What, you and me? Of course. Let's go check. Yeah. Right at the stairway, ducked underneath it and touched the wall. And then...
Wow. I had no idea this was here.
It's not exactly easy to notice.
Come on. Let's go.
I opened the hidden door that had appeared. A little party stepped through and followed the stairs beyond it down to the basement. So this is the stress signal transmitter. Do you know what it's for, Shio? I think so, based on what Sirinigo said anyway. Tell us just in case. It's worth checking if it lines up with what we know. Alright. There's some specialized terms involved that I'd like to clarify first. School we're in now, Last Defense Academy, is also referred to as the first campus, or number 1. Second to Last Defense Academy is the second campus, or number 2. Likewise, members of the Special Defense Unit who started out here are sometimes called Team 1, while Nozomi, Moko, and the others are Team 2. Remember hearing something like that before. Was that in the Mystery Timeline as well? Just remember while I listened to Shion's explanation. It's more or less what I expected. The distress signal transmitter was put here in the event of all but one member of Team 1 dying. No matter how strong they were, a single fighter wouldn't be able to win this war on their own. Instead, they'd be extracted and put on standby while the people in charge put together a fresh team up for a fresh new attempt. Once the correct series of codes had been entered into this transmitter, it would, well, transmit a distress signal. If the artificial satellite were to receive it, they'd send a rescue craft to the school. The survivor would get aboard and be taken back to the satellite. Also, rescue craft has a maximum weight capacity of 2 tons. Serious that the rest of the unit spotters can be put on board to prevent them from falling into enemy hands. It's the first I've heard about that. Sounds like you might have some information for us after all. Go on, Shion. Shion nodded and continued. When a member of the Special Defense Unit dies and loses all their critical globin, they enter a state known as total death. After entering total death, something called the liver mortis code appears on their back. To send the distress signal, the survivor needs to input 9 codes, 1 for each member of Team 1, besides themselves. That's their way of proving everyone else is dead. Then the distress signal is sent and the extraction is authorized. Guessing the 2 teams were never meant to come together like we have here. Only the liver mortis codes from Team 1 are required to send the signal. I thought so. Is there anything else? Yes, if the codes entered are incorrect, everyone in the room will be killed. Poison gas will come out of those tanks over there. It's a terrifying toxic gas capable of melting any object into a soupy mess. Siri and Nigo said that gas masks or protective clothing won't do anything to stop it. That's all I know. Did I tell you anything new? Yeah, some useful stuff. Hiroko and I shook our heads. It's more or less the same as what we already know, apart from the rescue craft's maximum capacity. So it wasn't very useful after all. No, you're very useful. We know now that we can just take everyone with us if we have all the... We just have all the codes. That's not true. Yeah, it's enough that you reminded us that this place exists. Really? Well, that's good. Shion looked a little happier after hearing that. I'm sorry, I have to go. I've stayed out longer than I should have today. If I don't get back soon, my energy output will start to fall behind. Goodbye for now. With that, Shion faded away and disappeared. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Shion. Bye-bye, Fireboy, baby. So what are you gonna do about this place? Should just leave it alone. Could only be used if all but one of us die, after all. Yeah, that pretty much goes against what we're working toward here. Getting out of the loop and making it to day 100 with everyone still alive, that's still our goal. Right, there won't be any need for us to use this room. It's better if we just forget about it. Day 23. Alright, let's get back to it. Here can I begin our day's work, scouring the library for Professor Eno and his book. That was our third day of searching. I was starting to get the hang of it now. Scanning the titles in the book's spines didn't take me as long as it used to. Going through it all shelf by shelf helped me feel like I was making some kind of progress. Unfortunately... Time's up, I'm calling it for today. How much has we got through now? Maybe 50% between the two of us. We're halfway done. Feels like our progress has gotten slower. Maybe it's because you've been spending too much time absorbed in the salacious literary culture of yesterday.
Hey!
I am not. You're the one who's been taking breaks to read. So you saw that. Have you been looking for this book? Of course I am. There's nothing wrong with taking a little time off now and then. Speaking of which, why don't you go hang out with someone else for a while? Yeah, sounds good. One more thing. Can you meet me behind the school tonight? I have something I need to discuss with you. Okay. More free time, I guess. I think it is Kyoshika who's still missing a gift. Because we have the army. Eito's still whatever. There's also Nozomi, but that we can't make that army yet. Yeah, it's just Kyoshika with cool tools and animal accessories. Cool tools. Have I not given this to her already? But I need to make sure. I feel like I've already given her the sword. Yeah, I have. So let's try the infuser. Oh. I'm not sure if she take a crossbow. It feels weird for her. It's just for make-believe and roleplay. Yeah, that's her. That's her. That's her, alright. That's our Kyoshika. Yep, that worked. So what do you want to talk about? Blood Space Waves are going to church tomorrow at 4:15 a.m. Want to do another leap? Going to fix another broken version of me? Huh? You know, me with Geeta in his brain, not Takumi G, if you want to give him a weird codename. What in the world are you babbling about? Takumi G's only exist in the Killer Zombie and Hunt Mystery timelines. I tiered him the Hunt Mystery version at midnight on day 5. As for Takumi 2 in the Killer Zombie line, we dealt with him on day 16. Gave her to go through the repair program and she used it on him. He's fine now. Should know all this, you were there for most of it. But isn't there a chance another Takumi G could be out there somewhere? No, there's not. Though as we know about it from multiple murders being committed in that timeline. Really? Why are there so few of them? Can think of two explanations. Could be because the versions of you in all the other timelines are from there before you were infected. Or because they all come from loops after you were successfully treated. I'll say it again. One of the Killer Zombie and House Mystery timelines could contain a Takumi G. And both of them have already been dealt with. Right, they've been treated and we've created new futures for myself again. So don't need to lead to other timelines to fix Takumi G's anymore. That's right. As usual, we change locations before continuing our conversation. So why are we leaving tomorrow? You're familiar with the mystery timeline, yes? You remember who was killed? I'll only talk about Gaku. I'm sure you don't want to think about that. Or Ava, since she died via self-destruction. But who else died in the mystery timeline? Kako and Shoma. Kako. Also, Moko and Tsubasa. Moko and Tsubasa. And finally Kurata, 5 victims in all. Who's responsible for those 5 murders? Wasn't you? That much clear. They all died after you were treated. Now that I thought about it. If we're going on day 23, 24, what would that be? Which timeline would that be? Oh, this is even before that. This is before we started. This is a week before Kako dies. Turned out that Shoma killed Kako. And then Ava killed Shoma. They both said they didn't really want to kill anyone. They were just following orders from someone called X. That person was probably the mastermind behind the other murders as well. In other words, X is the responsible, indirectly or otherwise. Yeah. The second murder occurred early on day 27. Today's only day 23, so we still have a chance to save Kako. That's our objective this time, to prevent the tragedies that occurred in the mystery timeline. As for how we're going to do it, that much should be obvious. You mean...
Yes. Tomorrow, we're going to expose the true mastermind. And stop X before they can start killing.
I see. Fascinating. Before we can even get the chance to open the lock. Oh! Speak of the devil? You arrived at story lock 2. You'll not be able to progress without meeting certain conditions. Try exploring other branches for now. Reach ending 100. Oh, that's actually the mystery route. Okay. So speak of the devil. Yeah. I was about to say, oh, yeah. We're doing that without completing the mystery route? That's crazy. But then, yeah, no. We get the exact condition that is needed to actually unlock story lock 3 and finish it. And then we need to get ending 100 to unlock story lock 3. So I guess what we're actually going to be doing is finishing the mystery route, and after that, hop back to the Hirika route, to chapter 13. I guess that's probably what we're going to do. But yeah. There it is. It's 82, yeah. I'm not confused. It's only 82. It's not going to be that short. Let's read the dialogue so we know the setup. This place. I can't believe you're still discovering new places in the school on day 82. Huh? It's freezing in here. Your unfunny jokes made the heat in the room shrivel up and die. I don't really call making any jokes. There's a device of some sort in the middle of the room. Just check it out. Here, can I approach the device and stare at the display monitor? Is this what I think it is? There's a user manual of sorts in the bottom left part of the screen which read... Distress signal transmitter. Enter the liver mortis code of each SDO member in the blank space on the screen. A distress signal is transmitted when 9 codes are entered. Yeah. Let's explain it again. That's exactly what we need. And then we find Kurata's body. Yep. But then who did we encounter like 10 minutes ago? Or scratch that, weeks ago when we played this route for the reals, but, you know. Gasp, the mysteries. And here's the story lock. But it's open now, which means... I thought back to what happened yesterday. After Hiroko and I found that secret basement room, we ran to the roof and told everyone about it. Not everyone though, because the fake Kurata wasn't present. She disappeared. Much as I wanted to immediately send the search party after her, that had to wait. Because we had something more important to attend to. Hiroko and I led everyone to the secret basement room. After explaining what the liver mortis codes were, we showed them the distress signal transmitter. And one more thing. Showed them Kurata's dead body as well. After initial bout of astonishment, everyone started talking.
That fell in Kurata's clothing.
Is the real mastermind? That's X. They've been pretending to be Lady Kurata all this time.
The real Kurata probably been killed more than 50 days ago.
What? Are we actually saying that?
Her cryptic globin has been completely drained, but most of it is gone. Probably absorbed by X. I can tell at a glance. I'm after all an expert in dead bodies.
That's why the life detector always showed the same number of people as everyone present. After that, we embarked on a search for fake Kurata X together, but found nothing of note. Oh, but then it's just the voice changer. Okay. Then there's the voice changer to fake Kurata. So that's how it works. Did they explain that when we got the story like last time? I didn't catch in on that Kurata had been dead for really that long. Wow. Same thing happened again today on day 83. We ransacked the entire school trying to find X. But they had disappeared without a trace. Night soon fell and we had to call off the search. Numbers shown on the life detector stayed at 9. It meant that X was still hiding somewhere on the premises.
No matter where in the academy X is hiding, Tomorrow's the day we'll find them for sure.
I clenched my fists in determination. Day 84. That day continues with our frantic search for X. Fortunately, our search before bore no fruit. Time passed mercilessly and every evening soon came. Then it was night. Just as we were about to call off the search, Darby brought some news. See, one fire extinguisher is missing. I wonder that does this all mean that X really is someone from an alternate timeline? It would make sense, especially if we're locking it this way. It's expecting that we have this knowledge. Does that mean... Yep, they left.
Hey, the number's gone down by 1.
I knew it. X has escaped outside the school. It was still 9 just a short while ago. It could not have gotten far. If we gave chase now... Got the remaining fire extinguisher and ran outside with everyone else right behind me. Because of the wall of fire and went out into the city ruins. In the distance, we could see the outline of someone running away. It has to be X. Immediately gave chase. We're finding that timeline hopping machine. Oh. It was 10:30 p.m. when we finally arrived in front of a dilapidated building. I saw with my own 2 eyes our target entering this building.
Yeah!
What kind of building is this?
Only one way to find out.
We stepped inside and went continuing down the cold and unwelcoming path till we reached a large door. We opened the door and finally came face to face with the person who had been tormenting us all this time. The fake Kurara! We finally found you, X! I see there's no point in hiding out any longer. Yes, I'm the person you refer to as X.
Who the hell are you?
I just said I'm X, didn't I? Not that it pleases me to take on this name. You're the one who ordered Shoma to kill Kako and Awa to kill Shoma. I am indeed. You see, I have no interest in killing other people and would rather not have to in my own hands if possible. But Gaku and Kurara, Tsubasa and Moko.
No.
You killed them yourself. No, I was the one who killed Gaku. What? I wasn't in the academy yet. On the right on day 24. Yeah, hold on. Does that mean... Where's the SF route? It's over here, yeah. Yeah, that's the next day, though. So we're gonna see them showing up. Fascinating. But they showed up before the split, too. So is X the same person as the... Killing game? When did Hiruko throw Kako into the timeline machine? Yeah, it was on day 24. Yeah, it's Kako. It's the Gi Kako from that route. You believe me or not, of course. I don't really care. That's my call. It's Gi Kako. No. Tell me that killed the other 3. Kurara, I killed her on day 28 at around 2 a.m. Day before on day 27, Tsubasa too much while you were in the leisure lounge, remember? I was actually hiding in that room at the time and heard her say it. I know, I can make an organic life detection device. That'd be highly inconvenient for me. You would all realize I was hiding out somewhere in the school. So I decided to borrow Kurara's mask and clothes. That's why I killed her. I absorbed her cryptoglobin as well and came to Himarumas as a result. As for Tsubasa and Moko, it was our turn on watch that night. I made it easy for me to get close to them. I knocked them both out by injecting them with gamma fuel and dragged them all the way to the parking lot. Then I stabbed Tsubasa multiple times and cut Moko's carotid artery. Tsubasa's multiple stab wounds were to make her cryptoglobin drain out as quickly as possible. That was also why I hung her up in a tree, as you've already deduced. My objective is to obtain the liver mortis codes from all members of Team 1. There was no need to hang Moko since she was from Team 2, but leaving her lying around would take the gloss off the scene somewhat, you know what I mean? So I strung them all together, but it would take some time for all the cryptoglobin to be drained out of their bodies, so I returned to the gym and the rest is history. If all you wanted were the liver mortis codes, why did you also kill Moko? Are you stupid? Because if I'd only killed Tsubasa, Moko would have realized I was the one who did it. Just for that? That's right. Moko was killed just for something like that? I already said yes.
What difference does the life of a maggot make anyway? You. At that point, I lost all sense of reason. In the frenzy of the moment, I charged at full speed toward X. The moment I took my first step. As you can see, this is a grenade gun. It's loaded with a grenade imbued with the energy of undying flames. Once it hits, the grenade will instantly burn any organic matter within a 16-foot radius to a crisp. Gah! 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 Gah!
Let's play a game. I love playing games. Here are the rules.
I'm glad you returned to the Gus. That was my favorite part of this vid.
I'm going to fire this gun after counting to 10. If you can guess who I really am before then, I'll lower the gun. As a bonus, I'll even tell you everything I know. But if you guess wrong, it's game over for you. Because I'll shoot the person who gave the wrong answer. Alright, let's play. 10, 9, 8.
I was spinning. Think, Takumi. Think, who could X be?
6, 5.
Actually, they came to the academy on day 24. That's the biggest clue they've given. Someone who arrived on day 24.
3, 2.
I know the answer. I should know it. X is... Real identity of X is... Are we deciding? We're selecting! It's Kako! It's the geek Kako from the other routes.
I knew you had it in you.
X put both hands on the mask and quietly removed it. Oh my god! That's such a sick sprite! Holy hell. We got it then. Kako or other. Uh-huh. The hell?
How?
Why?
You... Kako. But Lady Kaka was... She was...
You kicked the freaking bucket on day 27.
Oh! Oh! This is the dearest. My dear sister. She's still alive. Alive, alive, alive. Alive! Oh no. He peed his pants and he fell to the floor. Probably out of sheer exhilaration, like how a superfan would react when making eye contact with their favorite celebrity on stage. Basically, he swooned. I guess maybe she had another twin besides Ima? Identical one?
Or a clone of some sort.
Hey!
No, none of those. She came from another timeline using the PLM. Timeline?
PLM.
I'll explain later. Long story short, this is a Kako from a parallel world. Everybody tensed up and started in sheer utter confusion. Another thing, you're all calling her Kako. To be precise, she's no longer the Kako we all know. There's a parasitic creature called a Gi in her brain that's taking over her body. It's going to be easier if you call her Kako G from here on. Kako G? Nodded and continued. The Gi inside her body. That's the real mastermind who killed our friends. That's who X really is. You're absolutely right. I ain't nothing to add or subtract from your explanation. Except you tell us everything if we got your identity right. I did say that, didn't I? Good, because I have some questions for you. Go ahead. First of all, you said your objective was to obtain the liver mortis codes, right? How did you even learn about them? From Shion in the Box of Calamity timeline. It was before he got banished to this world. Again, we don't... When did he get that name? Not in this timeline, not in the Box of Calamity timeline. It's also where I learned about the distress signal transmitter. So your ultimate objective is to summon the rescue craft. That's right. I'm going to ride it to the artificial satellite, so my sisters can bond with the remaining humans there. Next question. Where did you put the liver mortis coats you cut out of the others? And then right there. You can have them. She pulled out some kind of life file binder and tossed it over. This little scrapbook contains their skin fragments. You would know which number belongs to whom, so I'll tell you. Eito is 8, Gaku is 0, Kako is 9, and Shoma is 3. There's just one more confirmed liver mortis code. I don't think her skin, but you must have seen it too. Yes, Tsubasa is 2. That's 5 confirmed so far. There's 4 more to go. May I ask a question as well? Go ahead. Why did you leave the bodies in the morgue? If you didn't want us to know about the liver mortis codes, you could have just thrown the bodies into the wall of fire. Call it instinct. My primal desire for my species to survive. I left the bodies there to provide suitable seedbeds for another Gi Queen.
Most powerful urge within me to leave the bodies alone. Can't explain it very well. I suppose it's like the urges you humans feel when seeing an attractive member of the opposite sex. Are we done here? I have to go now. She doesn't know about gay people, guys. We need to explain to her how gay people exist. It's not always the opposite sex, Kako. Sometimes it's the same sex. Sometimes it's another completely different sex. Sometimes it's both or neither or some other funky combination. We're all different. Wow, thanks for telling me. I know so much more about LGBT rights now. I'm gonna kill you all anyway. Go? Go where? Getting to annoy me, so I'm gonna jump into another timeline and kill all of you.
Gonna what now?
I wasn't lying about having no interest in killing people. I don't kill for fun, if you know what I mean. Kill to vent my frustration, like crushing a pesky roach.
Where's that disgust even an assassin like myself?
Besides, I still need to verify the other little Mortis code. She's gonna leap out of here. I've had enough of this timeline. I'm the type whose enthusiasm wanes as quickly as it waxes. Oh, that reminds me. The PLM was locked until very recently. I unlocked it just before you arrived, so it's all good. You can leave it to any timeline now.
Locked?
It's fine if you don't understand. Don't go worrying your precious heads about it. You'll need to leave the room now. I have to change into my leaf suit and make another preparations before I leave. You think we're just gonna let you go? After all you've done? Don't make me do this.
I'm going to count down from 10 now. Get out before I reach 0 or else. 10, 9, 8.
Burning rage within me flared up into an inferno and I could no longer contain myself.
7, 6, 5.
This lunatic killed Kako, Showa, Tsubasa, Moko, and Kurata. It's not going to let her get away scot-free.
4, 3, 2.
No, not if I could help it. I'd catch her and punish her for everything she'd done. I swore to myself that I would exact vengeance for my friends, no matter what it took.
1.
She started charging forward as I yelled, taking 1 step, 2 steps, and then I saw a grenade flying through the air, making a beeline for my face. Suddenly, Nozomi, no! What? What just happened? This can't be real. Nozomi, she's trying to protect me? No, don't do this, Nozomi. Get away. Please, get out of the way. I'm begging you. Nozomi, Nozomi, Nozomi!
Nozomi!
No. The grenade gun. Hot damn. Day 97? Oh, he skipped again. Oh yeah, he did a lot on this route, didn't he? My heart felt hollow. My mind, emotions, sense of self, all gone. Couldn't think, couldn't feel. Become emptiness in self, held together by a sack of inconsequential flesh.
Are you awake? It's already day 97. 0 reaction. No surprises there. I can hardly blame you. After seeing Nozomi die right in front of your eyes like that. You may not be listening, but I have something important to report. Kakoji leapt to another timeline after she killed Nozomi. We tried to stop her, but she threatened us with the grenade gun. I am sorry. Please, forgive us. Unfortunately, we cannot ascertain where she leapt to.
Where though? On day 84, right? So where could she have gone? It's not gonna be slasher, zombie, or it could be comedy, but that'd be weird and out of character. It's not gonna be the killing game either. Like, where would she have yet to show up? It could be in literally any route. In any one that I haven't done yet. Could even be just in 13A. Maybe that's how it resolves.
We checked the logs, but someone had altered the program to automatically delete that data. Everyone else is safe, by the way. They were more than 16 feet away at the time of the blast. Not that knowing that would bring you any comfort.
Can you walk? Follow me. I need to show you something. The basement. Is the pod ready? No, it's destroyed still. Does this surprise you? Is it because you already saw it in another timeline? Because you completely lost heart already? I noticed it 3 days ago, and you have I've already shown it to the others. I've actually been leaping into different timelines in search of Kakoji. So far, we haven't found her. A lot has happened, but we did find the ruined escape pod in one timeline. It occurred to me this may have happened in our timeline as well. I came back to check, and unfortunately, I was right. As of right now, we don't know what caused the damage. Can't fix it without Tsubasa anyway. Even if Tsubasa were still with us, it would be impossible for it to fully repair it in just 2 days. Can't use the escape pod anymore. What do you think happens next? We can't go to the artificial satellite when the omni-inductional attack launches in day 100. We're all dead. The only way to survive in our current situation is to stop the omnidirectional attack. For that to happen,
we have no choice but to release him from here.
kill the fire baby.
And by doing so, sentence him to certain death. Who would ever feel good about willingly sacrificing an infant to preserve their own lives? So, I've made my decision.
You're going to leap, aren't you?
Huh?
You'll leap to another timeline. You want to find a way to save the baby somehow. Isn't that right?
Wait, why did I just wake up with 15 notifications on my phone? I have no idea. That's not me, at least. Hirka felt silent for a while before answering.
You're not wrong. I intend to steal a device called the baby jar. To do that, I have to go to the steady fundamental timeline.
That oh, to 13A. You're gonna meet us there in like day 90 to 100. Okay. Day 100. My heart remained empty, floating about quietly in darkness, melted into the formless void. Could no longer tell where the darkness ended and I began. My outline was slowly dissipating, like an abandoned sand sculpture blown by the wind.
I'm glad you're awake. Today, we celebrate the arrival of our long-awaited Day 100.
What route is this? Murder Mystery? Yep, we're finishing that one up before going back to 13A.
Not that there's anything worth celebrating right now. We've won the war. We've defeated Veshness. Emptiness is our spoil. That is all. Are you worried about the others? Don't be. Everyone is safe. The omnidirectional attack won't be happening in this timeline. As you can see, the missiles are no longer being charged. They won't be used to eliminate all life on this planet.
Alright, I'm leaving now. Come join us on the roof as well, if you're feeling up to it. Hello, it's been a while.
Huh?
Shion. Huh? Shion. That's your name. Shion. I like Fireboy more. Why can't we just let that be it? Okay. Feels strangely right. Can you manifest yourself now? Yes, thanks to your help. What's that? You solved the future case, didn't you? The flow of the malicious aura has been stopped. Thank you. I'm really grateful. I'll see you around. And then they go to another timeline with the baby. Or what? Takumi, we gotta go see this. I quit the Mura's character archetype already. Come on, this might actually cure you. What's that? Just come with me, hurry up. Takumi, grab my hand and drag me outside. There sit the 6 other survivors: Hiriko, Takamaru, Ima, Kyoshika, Yugamo, and of course Tarumi. They saw me, they beckoned me over. Get your ass over here now. Come this way. Hither, this way. Ran with the rest toward the fence and we glanced down at the schoolyard together, where we saw...
What? No way.
What?
How?
We can talk more in the schoolyard. Run, everyone. Yeah. Did someone come in from another timeline? What? What?
No way!
Which timeline are you guys from? Hello?
Whoa, what?
How?
Why?
Impossible.
Y'all are supposed to be dead.
How are you here?
A question we seek an answer to as well.
Doesn't matter, because
It's a miracle.
Is it literally one of everyone? Not even two?
Everybody is alive?
What?
Yes, we are.
brother dearest?
Sister dearest.
Brother dearest!
Sister dearest!
Aww. Gah, 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 gah. Did I forget to do that? Oh yeah, not okay. It wasn't quite like that. Okay, yeah. Gah, 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 gah. You missed it. There was a moment earlier where they did exactly that in when the culprit got revealed. The twins ran and leapt into each other's embrace, but I wasn't looking at them at all because my eyes had gravitated toward.
Nozomi? Nozomi!
Driven by an unstoppable impulse, I ran to her and enveloped her in a crushing hug.
Takumi, what's wrong?
Sorry, it's nothing. I'm just so happy. So happy.
What's going on? Are they from another timeline, or is this like, is this how the time loop starts resetting itself? What the? Everyone started gathering at one spot as well, exchanging hugs, patting shoulders, and rubbing cheeks. Shouts of joy filled the air amidst the occasional sobbing. The moment I suddenly felt like there was someone standing behind me. When I turned around, there was no one. All that remained was a faint scent, a hint of lavender. That's vague. Who could that be? Lavender? We inadvertently ended up on the roof after that and stared at the distant landscape beyond the fence together.
It's over.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and we all made it out unscathed, more or less.
What?
Why so unsure? This is exactly the kind of moment you should be shouting from the rooftops about!
Yes, you're right.
My dear sister is alive!
And so is my dear brother.
The baby's been saved.
Yes.
Right here with us.
Everything turned out well.
All thanks to you. Shion! When did you arrive? Am I not allowed to join you? Are you kidding? Of course you are!
I'm just so happy everyone's alive. Right, Gaku?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a
Aw,
day
Show
I
must
shall
cry.
never forget.
Me too. I feel so light right now.
Come on, Shoma, turn off the waterworks already.
But I'm just so...
Did our dead friends come back to life? Well, on the way to the roof, we asked them about this. Apparently, they had left here from another timeline, so it wasn't like those who were out of this timeline had gotten revived. That gave me mixed feelings. Eito, Gaku, Kaku, Shoma, Eva, Tsubasa, Moko, Kurata, Nozomi, who were here with us right now. We weren't the same 9 people who had gotten to know from this timeline. I would never forget those who were killed here. The pain of losing them would live on forever in my heart, but it was just like Kurata said. Right now is the time for us to go all out and celebrate the fact that everyone was still alive. I didn't want to think about how Shoma and Ava of this timeline ended up becoming murderers.
The only thing I regret is not being able to capture Kakuji.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time before we do. And exact vengeance on her for
Because
everyone's
we're still gonna loop
deaths.
back.
Well said, Takumi.
Continue staring into the distance together for some time after that. Reflected on each of our eyes were the purple flames and the boundless, eternal future that stretched out ahead of us. I guess that's it. Wonder which timeline they came from. Visitors from day 100. I guess we'll find out some other day, but that's, yeah. That's ending 100, our 57th ending. Hold on, let's now go and... Yep, the conditions have been unlocked, but I do want to go grab ending 99 first. Which zone is this? This is Slasher. This is gonna be Mystery.
Yeah. Nope, not start of the day, no! Wrong button. There you go. And let's do the other one. Let's pick Takumi this time. It was me. I did it. And let's watch now as we get shot to death.
Oh, wrong answer. Game over.
Without any hesitation whatsoever, X pulled the trigger. Immediately after, I saw a grenade hurtling toward me, getting closer and closer. Yep. Bye-bye. And... Yep. A complete non-ending. Knew it. 1999. Explosion. Thank you, X. Oh, you got an achievement for that. Complete all mystery routes. That's our 58th ending. We're almost at 60. I'll have to wait for a bit. And now that we're done that, it's time to unlock the other story lock, the third one. Or technically number 2, but it is the third one we unlock.